You're telling me you were doing a live talk, but then you said you're nervous to do this podcast.
Well, it's because you don't know what kind of crowd you're gonna face actually.
Yeah, but then bro, this is the difference. Podcast, I feel like there's less for you to be nervous about because it's technically not live.
But technically you're under a spotlight now.
We need the lights so we look better.
Yes,
Yeah.
I totally like that idea.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, and we are rolling. We've got Nirmell, Kuhan. What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
We're doing well.
Doing good.
Okay, please give a quick introduction, both of you guys.
Okay. I'm Kuhan Chandru. I'm an astrobiologist by training. I work in the Space Science Center at UKM. We are doing a lot of experimental based astrobiology experiments, I would say. And we want to know the origins of life. We want to see whether there's life elsewhere. We want to know the future of humanity or life in general as well. So that's what I do. So as a profession, I'm just a scientist, in other words. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm Nirmell. I'm a student in astrobiology, student under Dr. Kuhan, in fact, and also working in the professional industry in marketing field, and also the founder of Galactic Cradle, an education platform providing astronomy and astrobiology education for young students.
Do you think many Malaysians know that there's a astrobiology department?
No, it's not the astrobiology department per se.
Sorry, not department.
The course or, a research field by itself actually. Yeah. I don't think so. Yeah, they don't have.
Okay, let me just rewind lah. Okay, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. My first, not encounter,
Okay, go on.
but my first experience like looking at like UFO stories and all.
Mm-hmm.
I was a kid in high school in the library hanging out with my friends. I saw some books, UFOs, mysteries, Roswell incident.
Mm-hmm.
Open the book, and you see all sorts of pictures of literally there's aliens, okay? And you know how typical an alien looks like? Skinny, slender body, big eyes.
The grey man.
Insect head. Yeah. And then they've got pictures of them. Of course, they were in black and white.
Yeah.
Lying on surgery, like on a surgeon's bed.
Yeah.
And they're doing some sort of operations. And I thought like, don't know lah. Back then, I knew that editing Photoshop was a thing also. But I'm like, this could be true, I mean, I was 13 years old lah. Yeah. So that was then. I went and read up stories about abductions. I think in the 60s, 70s, there were many, many stories, especially during that time. So many people giving their testimonials, talking about seeing some sort of unidentified flying objects. And they've got very similar stories, abducted, suddenly they woke up, don't know where they are, stuff like that. Yeah, fast forward to a couple years back, I listened to Bob Lazar on Joe Rogan's podcast. That podcast had 60 million views.
Mm-hmm.
It was huge. Bob Lazar, for people that don't know, he was the UFO dude. Okay, a lot of people think he's crazy. One thing's for sure, he's a good storyteller lah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you listen to his stories and you don't try to pick at every single detail that he's talking about, it might actually be a little bit enjoyable, listening to it. Yeah, so I was listening to stories like that, and Joe Rogan he's a victim of wanting it to be true lah, all these stories, and he always talks about that, because it is fun, man. We're not going to deny that fact. I mean, bro, if we knew that there were, this is the big thing which I want to ask your opinions about later on also. We do hear like it's always seems to be like US government is hiding some sort of a out of Earth spacecraft. They've got technology they don't want people to know about. I don't have no idea why they're doing that, and then you have these representatives going on podcasts and talking about it and claiming that, they saw some evidence and this is true. And guess what lah? They're also promoting their new documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What happened, man? How did you all actually get, is it a fascination? How did it start?
I did my marine biology program in UMT, Terengganu, University Malaysia, Terengganu. So marine biology. I didn't want to go there in the beginning because
Why marine biology, bro?
I didn't choose it, man. I didn't choose it.
I thought you liked dolphins, bro.
No. I don't like touching animals and stuff. It's
What?
Yeah. It's like I mean I like touching pets, dogs and stuff, but then not like wild stuff,
You can't be a vet lah.
Definitely not. Yeah. So it started with STPM. I wanted to be a chemist. Actually, every Indian parents want them to be a doctor, but I saw an accident and I said no. And then I wanted to be a chemist, but at that time, my grades were enough to get me into the Malaysian University for the chemistry program. But at that time, Dr. Mahathir went on to change the STPM system, so for it to be meritocracy and not quota-based. So therefore, I got kicked into a course which I didn't choose, which was marine biology.
Wait, sorry, he changed it to
Merit-based.
merit-based and not quota-based.
Yeah, it used to be quota.
Okay. I don't understand. Then you couldn't get the...
So I couldn't, my grades were not enough for me to get the course which I want. So, but my grades were good enough for me to get into the university. It was quota-based, I would get in. So it was, because it's a merit system, so I got pushed into marine biology, and because the government choose you, my parents were, I mean, they could afford to send me elsewhere, but at the same time, I have to repay them back, which I didn't want to. So I went to Terengganu, did marine biology. I didn't like it because, I mean, we always have this perception, right? We don't want to go to the Middle East, especially if you're non-Malay. But it was one of the best things ever.
Oh wait, you were studying in what, Middle East?
Not Middle East, actually. East Malaysia. Why did I think Middle East? East Malaysia. My God. That's a Freudian slip.
Yeah, bro.
So, Terengganu was amazing. My first year was amazing. Everything was nice. And then I still wanted to do chemistry. And I went to UPM to do oil pollution and how you want to know where oil pollution... I mean, you get a lot of samples on the beach and then you take it and then you know where this pollution is coming from, this particular type of oil. And then I realized I don't want to do it because it's kind of... You can't do nothing about it because...
How long did you do that course?
3 years, I think.
3 years.
By research. So I published papers on it. So we did research on oil pollution. Where is it coming from? In our East Malaysia, we have oil pollution coming from even the North Sea in Europe. So it was good, but I still feel that...
Where does it come from? Is it like shipwrecks?
Yeah, likely it's coming from the ballast water. Ballast water. That means the cargo ships, I mean the oil tank has to release the oil and then they have to clean up and everything. And then you have to put in water again so that it has to be stable, right, when coming back. So it's probably releasing from there. I don't think the oil slick flowed from the North Sea in Europe and come to, South China Sea.
So I'm not familiar with oil spills or whatever. Is it a huge problem in our seas in Malaysia?
I think oil pollution by optics is a terrible problem. It looks terrible. But in reality, most of microorganisms and fish and everything will strive for it. Because there's a lot of, near the oil rigs and everything, you can fish. There's a lot of food around there. Because organic stuff is food. Right?
So if, let's say, oil pollution is literally like a spill.
Yeah.
And does that kill everything?
No.
Oh, it wouldn't lah.
I mean, light cannot go in lah.
Do they mutate?
I don't think so. Yeah. I mean, because they'll eat that actually. They'll eat it up. It's like...
Oh, they eat the oil?
Of course. It's like your marine life eat every kind of thing. Plastic is a problem. Oil is not.
Okay. I see. Yeah.
But optically, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why you need to clean up.
Yeah.
And migratory birds, if they fall.
Yeah, those things. Because the big animals get stuck. Migratory birds, they cannot fly. Their feathers won't flap.
Yeah, it does cause some deaths.
So optics lah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then what happened, bro? You switched.
I wanted to do a PhD, but I was not sure whether I want to do in this field because I felt that it was quite, I wouldn't say boring because a lot of people are doing it. I just didn't, I feel I want to do something which will forever interest me.
That's great to hear. But it's probably a very established field, right? Oil?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. What happened next?
Then I was applying for scholarships to do my PhD abroad. My master's supervisor recommended me that I should do it abroad and not do it in Malaysia. Even though he offered me to do a PhD with him, which is an Antarctica project, Malaysian Antarctica project at the time. And
The oil field.
no, it's not oil. You want to find organic pollution in Antarctica ice shelves. So you have to do some drilling and stuff like that.
Oh, so you had to be relocated there for years.
No lah, I think I'll go 6 months. But it was good because the going to Antarctica, man, not everyone gets to go there. So yeah, and I was seriously considering, but I took a year off or something like that. And I was thinking, it's going to be a job, and I don't want to do a job which is like just a job, I want to do something which I would do it for free. So even if no one pays me for.
Something that stimulates you naturally.
Yeah.
Something that you just really you're curious about.
Yeah, and I'm a curious type of guy, right? So I am always curious about how things work, why it happens. And I mean, my people who know me since I was young, they always know I ask a lot of questions. So something has to be that in that relation. So while applying for scholarships and not in relation to this, that's when I discovered this field called astrobiology, which is basically, you want to find extraterrestrial life or how life started on Earth. These are the key questions. So I applied. Sorry, go ahead.
Wow, you're good at picking that up.
What?
No, I mean, you're good at picking that up. Like I just, and then I wanted to say something. Yeah.
I think I'm aware of social cues, I guess.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you are, bro. Yeah. You said that's when you first became aware of astrobiology. How many years ago was this?
2008, 9, 10, around there.
Okay, so a Malaysian, you're basically a Malaysian discovering that this sort of courses all exist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they've had this for decades in other countries as well already, right?
Not really, because it's relatively new. Because you cannot take a course. I want to become an astrobiologist, study degree, and masters in astrobiology. There's no such thing.
Even now.
I mean, there are some. I think there is 1 or 2 universities in the US marketing in that way, but you will. Astrobiology is
it's not the base.
It's not the base. It's a multidisciplinary field. You have to start somewhere. So, like, I started as a marine biologist. Some people start as chemists. Some people start as physicists. Some people start as chemical engineering, biotechnologists. And then you have to know geology. You have to know chemistry. You have to know astronomy. You have to know philosophy. You have to know big data. So you have to know a lot of things to make everything come together. So,
and would you say that it's the way it's set up that way? It's actually perfect in the sense that you need to be experienced in all those fields to actually have a good understanding of astrobiology, is it?
I think you can understand astrobiology without having a good understanding of those fields. But if you want to be someone to work with it, to do real research with it, then you have to know a lot of things. So I applied for a scholarship, Mombu Kakosho scholarship, Max scholarship from the Japanese government. Thank you. So they gave me a scholarship, but then I was still half, because being Malaysian, sometimes you want to take the secure one. So I submit 2 proposals in that application. Like one proposal was the astrobiology, finding life in Mars. Another one is, your oil pollution thing. And some, and I did the English test, which they required you to do. And then I got interviewed. They were happy with it. And then they finally told, okay, now you have to choose.
So you got accepted for both, lah?
Yeah. I think that
you knew what you were gonna choose. You knew lah.
Yeah, I knew, but right now, if you ask me, I wouldn't have done the choice. Though I would have taken the environmental thing because it pays you better now in that sense.
Okay,
but
we take that part out of the podcast.
Okay, please.
No, I'm kidding lah. No lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
this is the reality lah, dude.
So yeah, I went to Japan. I did it for 3 years. My PhD was, and then I in Yokohama National University. And then I got recruited by this newly formed institute called Earth Life Science Institute, ELSI, which it's Abe wanted to, President Abe, while he was alive, he wanted to boost Japanese economy. So he wanted to have these big ass institutes, which is like heavily funded to answer the hardest question on Earth. So one of the hardest questions is the origins of life. So that is our institute that I was working for. Another institute is the origins of the universe. So that's another institute in.
Would you say this sort of institutions, right? To have these fundings, right? It's sort of a luxury for countries.
Yes and no.
They see it that way, lah.
It is a first world science, but at the same time, your spin-off from it will be making a lot of more money than that, because whatever we are trying to find out or something like that, you'll get a lot of spin-off stuff actually, which can make applied science better actually.
Do you mind like explaining a bit more about that?
Okay,
Nirmell, feel free to add on anytime
Yeah.
you want lah. Okay,
Sure.
bro.
so remember when the first wave of COVID come, we were using the PCR test as the golden test actually to know whether you got COVID or not.
I had it, bro.
Yeah. So that PCR test was the origins of the PCR test. If you track back, it was based on 1970s. There was two biologists. They wanted to know whether is there life in hot environment, hot spring, because before that you only know that life requires light and nice conducive environment.
How hot are we talking about?
What PCR? About 60-70 degrees. With that bacteria I'm talking about. So is there bacteria which can sustain in 70, 80 or 90 degrees boiling water? Degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit or not and everything. So at this is at that time, so they sampled, I think it's in Yellowstone, I think a park in US where they had this geyser spring. So they sampled the water and turns out there was a bacteria there. At the same time, the guys were trying to engineer PCR.
Do you say this was in the 70s?
I think it's in the 70s, yeah.
Okay.
So these guys, they just, we found this bacteria which can sustain itself at 80 degrees Celsius temperature. They just published it in a low-end journal no one cared about. They were excited, they were funded and everything. And the problem with PCR is that to open your DNA up, you need an enzyme which must be able to operate at 70 degrees. 70 degrees. So that enzyme, when you use normal enzymes like from any other, from normal bacteria, it cannot open up. It always denature at 70 because it has to be...
Bro, I have to cut you off again.
Okay, tell me again.
You know when you're talking about PCR, I swear I thought it's the nose swab thing.
No, well, you take the sample from that and then you... Okay, so what they do is they take your DNA sample.
Yes,
so
sir.
they need to amplify it so that you have... So they can know... They can see... Sorry?
So they can understand more about it.
They can understand more because your DNA sample can be very small. So when they take your DNA sample, they need to put into a system where your DNA is like, you know how it looks like, right? Yeah, I mean, you need to, that's not PCR, the process is called PCR. So your DNA need to open, it's called the annealing process. So you need polymerase to actually, the opening part opens at 70 degrees. So your DNA is untangled at 70 degrees. So in untangled at 70 degrees, what happens is they will put your DNA as a chain made by many different bases actually. So they'll put free bases inside. So it's supposed to go and so now it's separated. So the free bases will come and join with the partner lah on the other side.
The open strand.
The open strand lah.
Okay.
The open string.
The open string.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so now to make them join, they don't join by themselves because you only open it at 70. So at 70 it need to be open. If the temperature drop, it will tangle back again. Okay. So you need to maintain at 70 degrees. So you need an enzyme to string them to this single strand. So now instead of one DNA you actually now have like two strands today. So that's how you amplify it lah. You replicate, so you have a lot more.
Okay.
So,
yes.
are you lost? Please tell me no.
Bro, I don't think you want to know the truth, man.
How can we show
it's
this
okay.
better?
Yeah. No, but what were you saying about the PCR? How come you suddenly brought it up?
No, because the thing is that they know they can open up the DNA at 70, but they cannot join back the DNA. I mean, not join back to amplify it more. So you need an enzyme for it. But the enzyme has to work at 70 degrees. So
normal cases they don't.
Normal cases they will never work because all enzymes will die off above like room temperature.
Yeah.
So it's like your eggs, right?
So that's why you're saying because of that discovery in Yellowstone.
Correct.
That they figured, okay, there's a way that they can.
Not really, actually. So at some point, these people found out that how this bacteria can multiply because your bacteria also does PCR as well, actually, for them to survive and divide and whatnot. So that enzyme in that hot bacteria can survive at 70 and 80. So they use that enzyme, and that's why you get the magic of PCR lah.
Okay.
So the question is,
Yeah.
if you ask those dudes, Do you know that you can make an application? What's the point you want to know getting hot bacteria? No one cares, right? So what if it leaves? So those dudes cannot tell you, oh, it's going to give the answer to PCR in the future where 40 years from now it will save COVID problems and all these things all.
But it did
It did lah.
It did. Yeah. Okay.
We were talking about that is the application. So because we want to do something useful and so the...
Oh no, I was asking you, you were saying that, I was asking you whether this sort of funding for an institution like this is luxury for countries. It's first world science. But if done well, they will be able to reap the benefits.
Even done not well also, because you might have a goal to want to solve certain problems, but because you're doing curiosity-driven science, you will get a lot of solutions for other things you never thought of. So the example I gave you that these dudes we were looking at, we call it thermophilic bacteria which likes hot places. So they studied it for the fun of it actually. They didn't even know such thing existed and it wasn't a big deal. But then later on the line, that bacteria, 50 years later, not 50 years, the PCR came much earlier actually. That technology, like I think in the early, late 90s I think, was beneficial actually. So they couldn't, it's nothing to do with what they wanted, but it was useful for something else. Most innovations are not planned. Most creations are not planned. Everything was done for a different reason, and then it's like spin-off, you get application.
Okay. Nirmell, tell us about your background, man. Yeah, I haven't got the chance to ask you yet.
Yeah, sure. So,
and how did you end up being a student of astrobiology?
This is a good story, man.
It's a good story about my supervisor here.
Tell me about it.
So, started when I was. My story starts when I was 5, but I'll speed it up, okay?
5.
You don't have to.
So, thanks to my late father. So, when I was 5 years old, he used to go to National Library and then photostat some pages, astronomical articles. Back in the days, it was, I think, 1986. Yeah. So, anything on New Scientist magazine or National Geographic, he'll make sure he finds the astronomical pages and then makes a few photostat out of it, and he'll come back home. I'll be playing with my toys. I'll just come to the house and he'll be like, here, your article for today. Read it, present to me later.
5 years old?
Yeah, I was 5.
Can I ask, what was your father's profession?
He had always wanted to be in the science field, but he didn't get the opportunity. So at that point, he was working as a health officer in Dewan Bandaraya.
Medicine or?
He wanted to be in the medicine line, but he didn't get the opportunity. So he has been always fascinated in anything scientific. So all the sci-fi movies, science magazine, he'll be throwing it at me when I was 5, 6.
5 years old, bro.
Yeah, and I started loving it because of him. You want to impress your dad. I think this is the material, all that stuff. So he came back one day. Well, for me, it was just like tools that he was throwing at me. So I thought, okay, it's my activity for the day. But there was one special day. He came. He just gave me this A3 size printout. I've never seen A3 yet. During that age. It was too big for me. Yeah. And then there was this line, black color strip. Those days, black and white images. Yeah.
Wait, I have to also ask, those things, those materials he asked you to read, right? How could you understand it at that age of 5? I
had to present to him at night after his work. And he will then clarify.
Wow. So it was tough, lah.
Tough.
Initially, I didn't know what was going on. But after he explains and, he gives me a big dictionary, cross-check your words and all that. And after a while, I started picking up the gist of the story. Of course, not the scientific end of it, but the whole aura of it,
Yeah.
You get the picture. This is what Dad is trying to channel me towards. So that became like my world. And okay, coming back to that special day A3 size paper, there was a big black strip, and on that, if I believe, there was just about 5 or 6 icons. The first was an explosion icon, the second was stars, and the third were some atom-like images, and then dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs at that point. I quickly linked that, and then dinosaurs, and then humans. Then I was like instantaneously, oh, so this is how we existed on this planet. This is how we came to be.
Basically, it's like Big Bang, planetary formation, life, reptiles, human.
Yeah. So that was the first time without knowing the word Big Bang, subconsciously, like a 5-year-old, understood. So this explosion led to everything, and that's how we came to be. And that was the point that solidified and linked my interest extremely deep. I mean, henceforth, after that. And
His origin story is amazing.
His origin story is, it's like his DNA is imprinted with the origin of life. We're studying about the
origin of
life.
everything, origin of life, origin of planets, origin of the universe. Nice.
So I started asking more from my dad. So he was like, okay, so this boy loves this kind of stuff, you know. So it was like his plan worked, you know. So he started giving me more articles. So that's how my interest in astronomy started. Okay. Then fast forward when I was 14, that those years I've always been like driven. I think even Dr. Kuhan here, we were like, where can we learn astronomy in Malaysia? Back then, it was not available technically. There was no source.
Yeah, there was no source.
Yeah. I think every child in our country would have asked themselves, where can I learn astronomy further?
Do we have it right now? We do.
Now we do.
But when did this start?
Early 90s SD, right?
Like the recent years right now, it's all post-pandemic efforts. Great efforts by many teams. Yeah. It's happening right now. The younger children in Malaysia are very lucky.
Yeah, they're lucky.
Very lucky.
Way lucky.
But during our years, there was none. There was only Star newspaper, Malay Mail, and the back page.
The education, the kids forum in the Sunday kind of thing.
It's sort of like just some fun sections in the newspaper for people to leisurely read it like that.
So I remember there'll be one small article in the Star newspaper every day and a major article on every Sunday, which I'll cut and keep it in my scrapbook. So that was the material. That was a research material for a young boy, right? But again, this was merely hobby at that time. So I was still not aware that you have to scientifically pursue.
When did you first discover UFOs?
UFOs, that was... I mean, the UFOs was, I don't know.
X-Files.
I mean, the idea of UFOs, I guess.
X-Files.
Yeah,
X-Files,
X-Files,
right?
X-Files.
X-Files, right.
I think during my primary schooling years,
I think primary.
But that was an instant hook, obviously.
Yeah, I would like to know, what did your father think about that?
My father, as I mentioned earlier, any sci-fi movies, especially alien stuff, he's the first ran the VHS tape back then. He'll be watching it with me. He'll come back home, he'll be at tonight's movie. So we watch it, and he has this nature of, okay, tell me what you learned about the movie. He just want to hear me talk. He was actually testing my speaking ability back then. He wanted, you must learn how to speak English properly. So you must watch this movie and then you must talk to me. Because I didn't have friends. I was the first child. In that area, I didn't have many friends.
Where did you grow up, sorry?
Cheras, KL.
And you went to a public school?
I went to public school, right across the road, next to my house. So then when I was 14, I realized that I must link myself in any way possible to either astronomy or anything astro-related. Astronomy lah. So, of course, every young child would have told this to themselves, one day I'm going to be an astronaut, isn't it? It was like a passion of every young kid back then, seeing NASA missions and all that. So one of my far-related uncle came home, and then I was 12 years old. I got my specs for the first time, Didn't realize half my life was blur vision. I thought the moon was supposed to be like that, shaded. After I wore my glasses, I'm like, Ma, why there are some black marks on the moon?
How old were you when you got your glasses?
12.
I wore glasses when I was 2,
Oh my God.
And so I was born, right? The right side was 350 degrees. The left side was about 75. So I was literally born like that. So I started wearing at 2.
I was a 7.
Yeah, and you thought you were young also. Because my mom noticed that when I'm watching TV, kids don't have vision problems, and I had to keep going close.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying?
So my far-related uncle came back home one day, and then he was like, came for a function, and he said, "Oh, you're wearing specs, you flop out on anything related to astro." I don't know why he said that.
It's not true, right?
It's not true, no.
Maybe if you're a pilot.
Maybe if you're a pilot, or jet fighter.
Bro, I had the pilot. Sorry, I had the pilot on. That was as he debunked that, it's a huge myth as well. Yeah, you can be short-sighted.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you just have to have perfect vision. That's the requirement that everyone knows about, right? You have to have perfect vision after correction.
After correction.
So it's glasses.
Okay.
Yeah. So
perfect.
it's just a myth.
Huh.
should have heard that.
Well, no one knew shit back then.
No one knew. He was like, throw your astro dream away. You're wearing specs.
Always that
so-
one uncle or
One
uncle.
uncle.
One uncle. All of us have.
That hit me hard.
Did your father fight him?
My father wasn't home at that. Or he would have been pissed off. No, I didn't tell anybody. Actually, I was extremely hurt. Yeah, I had this. Yeah, it went very deep. Yeah, I thought that's it, game over. So I cannot go into anything related to like space science, like rocket stuff. But my love for astronomy was still there. I think that was the time, 12 going to 13, 14, I read somewhere NASA initiated astrobiology.
1992.
Ah,
Oh, 1993, 1994. Yeah, it should be around that time. Yeah.
astrobiology, and that was like, the aura.
Sorry, guys. I don't know why I thought NASA is it's not our local space program. It's
No,
not, right?
no.
It's the American one, right?
American.
Do we have a
NASA.
space program now?
Yeah,
I
do
don't
we have? We've
think
never had
so,
one.
actually. No, we used to have. Now I think it's more aerospace.
I mean, we've been to space, right?
Yeah.
It's being
Yeah.
initiated now.
What?
Like Malaysia potentially being a rocket launching country in the next 5 years. Aerospace.
Aerospace. That's the difference.
Okay, to your knowledge, what is our Malaysia's our endeavors in going to space? What have we done so far?
We sent one astronaut,
Sheikh Muzaffar.
Dato'
Sheikh
Dr.
Muzaffar.
Sheikh Muzaffar, Malaysia's first astronaut. Prior to that, we must mention Malaysia's first astrophysicist.
Yeah, that's more important.
Yes,
And why is it important?
she spearheaded everything.
Everything. She built the planetarium.
She was called to set up the space base in the country. So we credit that to her as a young child growing up, looking at
Yeah, she was a big deal.
looking at
Dato' Maslan Uthman, right?
Tan Sri
Tan Sri. Yeah.
Tan Sri Dr. Dato' Mazlan Othman.
You remember this?
No, bro, I don't. But this is all really interesting because, I mean, at this point, anyone listening, maybe they're asking this question, why is this all important to us?
Or space science in general?
Yeah, or space science. Well, one way you can look at it is, if it wasn't that important, right, they wouldn't give the dude a Dato title, or they wouldn't recognize, we wouldn't have learnt about our first astronaut in our textbooks. We learnt about that, right?
You guys, there's a generation apart then.
You all
actually.
didn't learn about
So for us, he was that guy. I mean, we were in our early 20s easily, or late middle 20s.
Hey, Vishnu, do you remember if we learnt about our astronaut in Malaysia in our textbooks?
I think we were early 20s.
Not in that, but they stated at least, right?
The face of space science in Malaysia should be Dato' Mazlan Othman, because she was a Mahathir girl. That's why now she's being like.
What do you mean she's a Mahathir girl?
Because after a PhD from New Zealand, she got handpicked by Mahathir that I want you to build the space program, the planetarium. Because to be a first world country, you need to have a space program.
Yeah, these credentials.
You need to be curious. That's why India and China, they were like, I mean, to be fair, 90s, 80s, both these countries were poor countries. But then come 2000 and everything, they have space programs like.
And ours started in the 90s?
Yes, same time.
Okay.
So you need to have a space program. She brought up the planetarium, which is there, and is being updated, and it's quite relevant for us. But there are more things than just the planetarium lah, because space program are expensive. To do stuff on space is expensive. That's where astrobiology comes in actually, because knowing chemistry, biotechnology, biology, which Malaysia are quite good in the 90s, we could have done a lot of experiments. We are doing this kind of experiments actually in UKM. So it's more cheaper to do this kind of experiments than actually having real space program, trying to build rockets and ships and everything like that, because you need funding.
Yeah, we go back to your story.
Origin story.
Yeah, Nirmell.
I like the origin story. Dashad.
Yeah.
Well,
So uncle came in, said to you, "Oh, you need to wear glasses,
you're wearing glasses, you flop out.
Yeah, forget it."
Forget it. Well, then, I was heartbroken. Then, 14 years old, again, Star newspaper, read somewhere along the line NASA creates astrobiology or exobiology field.
Exobiology is European term. Astrobiology is the American one.
So when
Sorry, this whole field of astrobiology literally started then, like
1992.
to be able to after high school go into a course studying all this.
No.
That also later on.
There's no cost. I mean, like,
Even till today don't have.
maybe I should tell the story of astrobiology later on. If you want to know now, I can tell you now also.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so in 1992, Bill Clinton, he came out on a press conference with, the White House press conference, tell that
We are not alone.
exactly.
Yeah.
A Martian meteorite on Earth, which they found, has fossils under the microscope that looks of alien stuff actually. So he told that we are not alone.
What was that actually?
It's in the field we call it an artifact lah. So basically, it's like you take any rock, you burn it to a certain degrees, it will show you something similar like that. So that's what happened.
So why did he say?
Because he was badly, his science advisor informed him badly.
Okay, they didn't have another motive or what? Or
No. I mean, not misinformation, wrong information.
Wrong, yeah.
How they interpreted was wrong. The information is there. How they interpreted is wrong, which is fine. And that's when NASA asked the question that if there are life elsewhere, how are we going to know that it is life? So that's when they gathered all the biologists, the chemists, the philosophers, and everyone to sit down and gather. And that's when they coined the term astrobiology. So to know the origins of life and how you recognize life elsewhere, how you detect it. So all these questions all come. From 1994, 1995 onwards, it became an institute. Now it's one of the biggest team in NASA, astrobiology. So every mission has to be linked with astrobiology.
Yes.
I mean, so they are doing that
it's
now.
complementary.
Yeah, complementary.
It's the end game basically.
It's the end game, yeah.
Like if you send a mission to Jupiter's moon,
Yes.
let's send a astrophysics astronomy mission, but once the mission arrives near Jupiter's moon,
It becomes an astrobiology mission.
they're going to analyze if there's a possibility of life there, right?
Yeah, or even a possibility of us getting close, right? You need to understand all those stuff.
Yeah. And then it transforms to astrobiology.
Yeah.
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 Okay. I wanna so I wanna talk about all that, but go back to your story. Then we we just get.
Sure.
I'm gonna just ask a lot after this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So, as I said, 14-year-old discovering astrobiology term felt like, there's another light from the heavens. Then I realized, oh my God, I'm in Malaysia. How do I even link myself to astrobiology? I was Form 2, and I, of course, started praying somehow show me the way. Or bring a scientist from overseas to come here.
It's crazy, man. I'm sure you were not an ordinary kid amongst your peers, considered not an ordinary kid, right? Because to be that driven, right? Or
Curiosity driven.
yeah, curiosity. I mean, that's a normal thing for kids.
Yeah.
But particularly about
One thing.
space, right?
Yeah.
It's not common at all,
Is it? I think it's a lot more common.
No, I mean to his detail, to the level of detail that he was. As a kid,
Sure, you were
maybe
like that.
No, I wasn't. I mean, I was curious about a lot of things.
I'm curious about aliens as a kid.
But is it like the only thing or that among other things?
No, that's about it, man. Aliens, UFOs. I just like to read those stories.
Really? Oh
the
my
science
God.
to it.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't too interested. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can tie it back to my dad, what he did when I was 5. Maybe that's why.
That's a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he molded you.
Yeah. I trust the same. So I ended up praying. I wish. Then I started searching which country is closest to Malaysia, how to go there, and I realized, for what? I was Form 2, right? Until I was Form 5 and 18, 20 years old, I kept the dream burning alive. Then I realized, okay, Australia is the nearest place for me to do. I don't care what country it was, as long as they had an astrobiology program. Is it
Australia
Singapore?
has one.
Is it Thailand? Is it Australia? Then I realized, if I should fall somewhere that I can continue, it should be either Australia. If I have a bit more money, then maybe UK. If the ultimate goal, maybe NASA straight away, US and all that. This was the dream at the back. But again, me being here after I finished I did my SPM, STPM, then I did my biotechnology in Malaysia. So I became a biotech student. Of course, my parents first sent me to a first year pre-medical program. I wasn't interested to become a doctor, and I really couldn't proceed more than 2 semesters. I couldn't find myself dwelling more in those kind of subjects. So I went to my dean. I'm very thankful to my dean. My father wanted me.
Is this Prof. Ravi?
No, before Prof. Ravi, Prof. Helen.
Okay.
So my father wanted me to pursue medical as a profession, medical doctor and all that.
I mean, he wishes that there was a
Well, all Indian
Every
parents,
Indian family lah.
every Indian family during our year, right?
No, I mean, your dad. If there was a pathway into astrobiology, even then he would have.
He would have supported.
Yeah, of course. But doctor is a safe choice.
Safe choice. He
Yeah.
was like, you're in this country, and that's either doctor, lawyer, engineer, these three. And he himself, at that age of 50s, was studying law.
Yeah.
At that point, I was doing my biotechnology. He was pursuing his law studies at a later age. So, well, that was my motivation. Okay, my father wants me to be a medical person. But when I joined, I just couldn't link myself to it because I was kept asking myself, then how about the world? How about the microorganism? How about the planets?
We're going back to the basic
Yeah.
fundamental questions.
How
now.
about DNA? How about cloning and stuff?
But we already have a lot of people, a lot of doctors around.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sort of thing. There's a whole different field where it's yet to be explored.
correct.
Yeah, understand.
So I was very fascinated on that side, and just so happened in my class, biotechnology class was happening next door. So I look at it every day. I look at their lab every day. I was like, I need to talk to my dean. So I went to my dean in the second semester. I shared with her. She said, "Don't worry, my son." She picked up the phone. She called my dad. She had a talk with him for an hour, and convinced him.
Are you serious?
Yeah. She's like, your son is right here in front of me. This is the situation. Listen to me. So she shared with him positively, like openly, like why I'm interested, what this field was. And biotech was new back then.
Back then,
Very
big
new.
thing. The next big thing.
So I told my prof that biotech is my ticket to somehow link myself to astrobiology later on or astronomical research.
So what is biotech in layman's term? What do you all cover?
Biotech has many branch, but the one we did in our university was plant biotechnology, molecular biotechnology. When I say molecular, I'm referring to studies that involves understanding DNA, polymerase chain reaction, like what Dr. Kuhan said just now. So it was 100% that kind of scenario.
Okay.
Can I make it easier for you to understand?
Yes, please.
No.
If any opportunity, please do. Okay.
So biotechnology is, in other words, manipulating biology using whatever means and tools you have.
Gene editing.
Yes.
Biotechnology.
CRISPR, yes.
CRISPR is biotechnology.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit, man, that is just becoming more and more relevant, right? And that was years ago when you were in that situation. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Carry on.
So, and then my father agreed, so I went into biotech, finished biotech, got a job instantly in the biotech field. And I was just thinking, if I'm going to...
What were you doing?
I was hired as a project manager for a biotech company that brought this new technology from India to Malaysia. In India, they engineered collagen tissue, collagen, the one people drink and all that.
Yeah.
So you extract that from animal, you can actually flatten it, make it into an artificial skin that can be used on burn victims, diabetic wounds.
Oh, it's like a secondary skin.
Secondary skin that helps your own skin to grow.
Mm.
So this was like building something out of biotech, creating the actual product. I dived straight into it lah. Got my first 5 years experience there, still finding out how do I go back to astronomy or astrobiology. There was no channel in Malaysia.
Was that like groundbreaking at that time? The collagen.
In the wound care segment.
Yeah.
That was groundbreaking during that years, yeah. But then instantaneously.
Which year was that?
This was 2008.
How prevalent is it? But at that time,
At that time, 2008 to 2018, 10 years, it was considered one of the running contender in the wound care market. But immediately, because technology was advancing very fast,
the self-healing polymers and everything, gels and all came up, right?
more polymers or more skin-like stuff came about. Even foam just
Materials.
sprayed on your wound.
Yep.
So it became too advanced.
Yeah.
So
Or
we became
changed
like
lah, yeah.
the grandfather of
Grandfather.
yeah.
Obsolete lah.
So obsolete. Then I moved to another pharmaceutical company. So as a professional, I was working in pharmaceutical company in the sales and marketing division. Back then, our biotech group, we didn't have many choices to work in biotech field. Most of my biotech friends ended up in sales, pharmaceutical sales.
That is like when you say sales, right? You mean literally you have KPIs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally different than I would assume someone who is super passionate about this sort of science, what they actually want to do. Sales is a whole different game.
Whole different
Yep.
game.
Yeah, it's very different. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I told myself was always make sure go to the bookshop or library every weekend, grab one astronomy book. Don't care what title. Keep reading at the side. Never let the fire fade. And then this went on till I was much older. Right? Pandemic came, so I was already like close to 40s. Yeah. So this magic happened. I think this was during the pandemic, right? We were
No, right
And,
after the first one, I think.
still MCO was going on, but those working in factory settings, they were allowed to come to work because you need to make sure the machines are running.
Yeah.
So I was in the pharmaceutical factory. So being the plant manager, I was called to make sure the plant was running, but no other workers were there. So after I've done my shift, then
You had a lot of fun.
I was alone. So I went lunch hour. Okay, I opened my Facebook. The first thing I saw was there was this new page about Malaysian scientists coming back to Malaysia or get to know Malaysian scientists. I forgot the Facebook name.
Oh, the 100 scientists of Malaysia.
I must give credit to that
Yeah.
page.
That page, yeah.
So I'm very thankful to the page because the 100 scientists of Malaysia.
They are working overseas, but they coming back. Is it?
No, nothing to do with that. It's just that they just wanted to feature the
Malaysian
number
scientists.
100
Okay.
Malaysian scientists. That's
Okay,
it. Yeah.
understand.
Then I saw Malaysian astrobiologists in UKM. That I froze, man, on the table. I was like, what? How is this even possible?
2020, 21,
20, right? The article
21.
came.
I don't know, 2021.
Ah.
around
So the question is now, right? For someone as passionate, definitely, but obsessed as you are, how do you find out about this years later?
And I found that out. I was like, who's this person? like immediately I knew if that was an Malaysian astrobiologist, I mean this person left earlier. The person started off much earlier. So what the person did, what opportunity he got, which route he took, I was immediately
I
invested.
think I was being spied upon.
Invested. And it happened very quick.
About?
I'm talking about him.
Yeah, I was talking about me.
So it was his
Yeah.
article. Malaysian astrobiologist.
No, it wasn't an article. They featured me actually. I never published any. I mean, never write up on anything, right? About
They wrote an article about you lah. So he had
Okay.
come back to Malaysia during pandemic, right?
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
The why, sir will explain, okay? So when I saw that, I was like immediately like, okay, this person can help me. That's what I felt immediately. If I could just talk to this person, yeah? Then I immediately Googled him. Then, okay, he's from UKM and this is the email address. On that day, within an hour after reading it, I emailed the Pengarah of UKM. I said, because when I was Googling him, we went to the web page of UKM's web page. They said the program is open. PhD program. They were taking in students under him who then recently opened the faculty, yeah?
not the faculty. I mean,
The department.
not the department. It's just the
He's
astrobiology
downplaying it.
research lah.
The research group, okay?
You see, this is I think where this the lab coat would have come in handy because maybe some people might think he's the professor now, you're the
I'm
student.
fine. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
He forced contact. I wouldn't have taken him as a student, to be honest with you.
Why?
He's too old.
Elderly student.
He's an elderly student by definition. So I assume
But what's wrong with that in your field, man?
not only any field, because the
It's not like it's a sales or modeling field
true, but the presumption is they have they have
or lack of enthusiasm.
correct all these things all there. So they will not be working as hard as they could and all. This is just the presumption lah.
The stereotype
The
of
stereotype. So I was riding on that stereotype as well. But what he did was, instead of contacting me directly, he went through my Pengarah. So my Pengarah forwarded the email to me. So now I'm obliged to answer him.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was what happened lah. Because and I called him
Immediately.
I called him immediately to reject him, to say that
Yeah.
and then
That week itself.
And then after that, I can't remember what I asked you actually, but as I was asking him some questions, I realized this guy knows some jargon which I'm using. It's like maybe I should meet him up actually and then reject him.
Yeah, you called me first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we met, I think.
We met the same week on a Sunday. We met in a restaurant. He came to. I was being interviewed, and then we had a long talk, about 1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour actually.
So, yeah. After that, I think the mindset was I left. Yes, I made it, but he left. Then I'm gonna fire him.
No, I mean not that. See, I was thinking, okay, the guy is enthusiastic, but then he see, I want ideally because I'm starting off my first my research group in Malaysia, so I want young, enthusiastic people to come in instead of older people to come in, because then I have to get stuck with, they have more responsibilities, family, children, parents to take care of. I mean, all these things are there. So I want the blue eye.
Yeah. You have a family? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the thing I wanted. But he actually impressed me on the talk, because I realized that this guy he knows what I'm trying to convey, and I understand why he's trying to convey. So just why not?
So you said you want to start you're trying to form a research team here.
At that time, yeah.
Yeah, at that time. What is the research team? Like it's already formed.
Now it's formed. Yeah, we are big actually.
So could you tell me, like, once again, bro? I'm a layman.
Okay, what do you want to know?
So what are you guys focused? Are you focused on a certain thing?
Yes, we are focused on
in astrobiology. Yeah. What is it?
So our team and what we are focusing on is basically we are looking at alternative biochemistries, biochemistry as we know it, we have our protein, we have our DNA, we have our lipids,
fat,
membrane. So all these, these are all ubiquitous across all life. Everything has a DNA.
Carbs is not inside.
Carbohydrates. Your sugar is your DNA. Yeah, one part of your sugar is DNA.
Okay.
Ribose sugar, so it's carbohydrates. So.
Okay, I understand.
So all these biomolecules are the one makes
the essence of a basic life.
For all life across Earth actually. So when you want to reverse engineer them, which most astrobiologists want to do, so they're stripping off everything around and getting to the bare basics. So when you engineer something, you can actually do that, but reality is not like that, because you have like 3.5 billion years of evolution, which has changed a lot of things. We are talking about the mechanistic scientific world, so we assume that there is no creator.
So you say reverse, you guys are...
No, there are people who are doing that actually, reverse. We are kind of doing that, but
why? They reverse engineer so that they can figure out how to engineer, is it?
Yes, that's one way to look at it.
Yeah, so what are you all hoping this will lead to?
So people, they use the biomolecules as we know it now. They strip it down to the bare bones and try to make it work without intervention. So life, like, you can breathe, you can reproduce, you are, metabolism and replication, these are the features of life. So how can you do it without life? How did it started in ancient geology back then, like 3.5 billion years ago or 4 billion years ago? So you simulate these experiments in lab settings. So you have like high pressure, high temperature, a lot of volcanic gas. So you try to make this up back again. So a lot of astrobiology work is around this actually. So what we do, I should finish. What we do is we do the same thing, but then we don't focus on biomolecules. We focus on a lot of other molecules, because we know that you cannot incrementally build up to become life. That is our argument towards this actually. So we focus on alternative chemistry, which are doing biochemistry like stuff. And why you want to do it is, we think, like, for example, if you look at a bridge, there are many kinds of bridge, but is it the same material which is built to make a bridge? No, but then the structure is the same. You identify it as a bridge. But then to make a bridge, you need scaffolds and you need a lot of other stuff. So that other stuff is the one which we are focusing on.
Yeah.
And not necessarily you'll get the bridge as a bridge, which you know it. It can be a bridge functioning as a bridge, but it can be made by entirely different dynamics and structure as well. So if you're going to another world, you might not get the same biochemistry in those worlds. You might get, they are doing the same thing, but then they're using different building blocks.
You mean out of this earth?
Out of this earth. Did I articulate that well?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I understand.
You see, however you articulate, I wish there's a button I can click right there and it dumps down like 50%.
No, but then you stop me wherever you want to this one.
Like Silicon Life.
I don't like Silicon Life.
So what you are doing is you were basically explaining origin of life really.
This is what origins of life become important, because when you find another life elsewhere, that is when you can find what are the similarities with the life we have on Earth, and then you can find how did it come to that sense. Because right now we only got one type of life on Earth, which is us.
And we sort of, right, people who believe there's life elsewhere, right?
Yeah.
We sort of think that our origin of life is the only origin of life, but that's not the case. We don't know that.
Okay, we don't know that, but we used to think there's only 9 planets following our system. There's rocky planets. I mean, don't matter the number lah. Rocky planets, gassy planets. Your Jupiter and Saturn are gassy planets. And then there are icy. Neptune all is more icy, right?
Yeah.
So
Ice giants.
Ice giants and all these things. So we always think, there must be a sun, one sun, many planets. But this completely broken with space telescope. When we had space telescope, Hubble, Kepler or space telescope, we know that you can have planet which having 2 suns. You can have like big planets. You can have a gas giant nearby a sun, which is like, no one would have thought about it. So we always think.
And which year was this when this breakthrough came in?
Kepler was
All within the past 20 years, actually. So we have.
So we definitely didn't learn any of this in school. Or?
no.
Far from it. Huh?
No, far from it.
Yeah.
So now we know that everything we think that we are the first one which come up with it is coming from the invention of mind. I mean, there is a saying, right? Like, if human beings don't take a dump, you'll actually think we are gods. I don't know who said that. If human beings didn't take a dump, we will actually think we are gods.
Yeah, we think that we know everything already.
Yeah. So
let me try ask simpler questions, okay?
I'm sorry.
No, chill, bro. No, bro, it's good. Because people who are fascinated about this stuff, right, they really love all this shit. I'm just trying to learn, something simple, So, are we alone?
Right now, yes. So alone means you mean that
I'm talking about any sort of have we found any sort of living thing? Never. I thought I've heard something about in Mars. Nothing.
Last year,
Mars.
it was just possibility of it could be
biosignature.
Not 100% proven. Could be.
So haven't even found anything living.
No.
Never.
No.
In any planets. So what makes you guys hopeful, man?
At once.
Because to the layman, right, we know of planets, we know of universes, and so far, to our knowledge, we haven't found anything living. What makes you guys hopeful?
Well, if I can quote Neil deGrasse Tyson,
Please
it's
go.
like taking a cup, empty cup, and then taking fill it up with ocean water, and then saying that, there's no whale in the ocean.
Yep.
Yeah. So we being on Earth, we're
doing that right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, you guys don't know what is the quickest way to get there, but to get to
Answering that.
to answering the question. But this is the best methods that you guys have in mind.
We're using the scientific method.
Yes.
This is very important to state, actually. So we are doing hypothesis testing. We have to create the platform. Maybe in our lifetime, including yours, we might not have the technology yet to reach places, but in 2-3 other lifetime, they might be going there. So you have to create the platform for them. You need to give them you need to give the future scientists.
I completely understand. It's like the things that we know now just compared to when you were a kid.
Yeah, completely, yeah.
Yeah, like you were saying, just the number of planets, everything shifted already. Yeah. So you're paving the way in a simpler way.
Yeah. We there's no other way to do it. I mean, people always ask us for immediate ROI, like what do you get and all these things. So like in myself, we always think that we are creating a lot of publication, giving a lot of writing and everything. These are all well documented. So in the future, when certain things are found, they'll definitely refer back to what we have done before, actually.
Yeah.
So which is great, actually. And that's that. Yeah.
You guys are in the, I'll just call it science field, okay? Your peers, right, let's say other professors or whatever, what do they think about astrobiology? Like, what's a common
In Malaysia or elsewhere?
Malaysia. Let's say Malaysia first. You can talk about elsewhere later. In Malaysia.
Malaysia, they are fascinated, but then they like to know whether there is aliens or not. But that's a very to be honest, it's a very premature question lah, because
It's something that a podcaster would ask.
yeah, true. But the aliens you want to the aliens we're looking for is microbes.
I think even to the layman, right? Even discovering that, right? That is fucking exciting already.
It is.
Yeah, even
It
to the
is.
layman, because this is a question. Two biggest questions, right? What are
How
we
we came
alone,
from,
and
How
what
we came from.
and yeah, what we came from, and also what happens when we die, lah. That's also one of the questions. Yeah. So to find even a micro life
Yeah.
is fucking exciting to
It's
a normal
amazing.
person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know the answer to that, but now that you guys said that, if you're being honest, we still have not found any of that.
Yeah, of course.
So, what do you think? I don't even know whether this is controversial to you all. Do you think we've been to the moon?
I think so.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, that's
definitely.
Do you think all those conspiracy theories about the moon is all just bullshit?
I
Yes.
think so. Yeah.
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
Yeah. Have you listened to Joe Rogan talk about this?
I have
I
the
have
whole
as well,
podcast.
What's the guy's name? Bart Sabrell, is it?
I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
I remember the podcast.
Yeah.
We've been
So okay, give me. So you think we've been to the moon? Why do you think so? Why do you
firstly I've been following this since I was 5.
Bro? So you can do a better job than I can. Could you also try to explain what are the biggest conspiracy theories and try to just debunk them, and why you believe that we actually did?
Debunking such situation is not an easy fact, because I think a lot of people believe that moon mission never took place. Yeah.
Why do they believe that?
Okay, there was an particular person who initiated this back then. I can't remember which year. Published a website article about moon mission being not true, and that picked up like wildfire in the US and then spread across the world.
Sorry, we went to the moon which year?
1969, yeah.
Apollo 2.
Apollo 11.
11, sorry.
Yeah.
Why did I read it as 2? yeah, Apollo 11.
Apollo 2 is unmanned, right?
Apollo 2 mission on July 28, 1969 with Michael Collins piloting the command, but Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed.
Yeah.
Okay, firstly, just if you want to hide such a feat, then you need to shut the mouth of, I think, about 60,000 NASA employees.
Yeah.
Even at that time.
And I don't think that was possible. So, and then many people, they assume that this was the only landing that took place.
Actually, there are many.
There were many after that. I think there were about 12 who landed on the
You
moon.
mean until today?
No.
No.
During that time.
The Apollo missions. That means Armstrong was the first, right? Then they came back. After them, there were many other astronauts.
In
who
how many years span?
Within 10 years.
Within 10 years.
Yeah. Then the whole moon mission program paused. I wouldn't say stopped. Maybe
Paused up till today.
up to this month. Perfect that you asked this now. Next month, humans are back on the moon. Our first return to the moon in 50 years. But this time, they're not going to land. This is called Artemis 2 mission. 4 chosen astronauts going to orbit around the moon. To prove that the entire new mission flow is safe and reproducible and all that.
So, why did they put that program on pause for many, many decades?
Expensive.
One reason.
Maybe governmentally, after they have being spent so much for the space missions. And then it was also Cold War.
The competition was over, I think.
Was over. And they were
Could you talk a bit about the competition? So, were there were other countries close?
USSR, Soviet Union.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not to the moon, but there was a space race, right?
There was, yeah. But
like-
I heard about it, but I don't know whether it was competitive or what.
It was competitive.
Yeah, very.
Because with space, especially building rockets, you're building weapons as well. So you're showing off your capacity.
Yeah.
So if you send the first man to through space, Yuri Gagarin, that means you can actually move around. Space colonization was a thing back then. You control space, you control the whole Earth.
But why was it a thing back then? Because we had wasn't the, I think I would think it would be more important to excel in nuclear.
Well, they had, right, the Cuban Missile Crisis, but it was basically between two political systems, right? One is the capitalist system and one is the socialist system, right? So that was the war, all about war of ideology. So
Okay, so
they want to show which system is better.
it's not necessarily things are going to play out. It's sort of also just showing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's
It is
always
part of showing off, right? I mean, a lot of countries do that, right? Why do you have that parade of your, during your Independence Day of all your artillery missiles? Is to show that, okay,
Your
we
military weapons, or
Yeah, and
even though
also-
we already have nuclear, why you want to show off your new tanks?
yeah. I mean, ground-based, right? If you really want, because, nuclear is all destructive. So
Yeah. So I asked you why they paused it for a couple of years. You say because space race is over and it's not easy on the budget.
sending men to the moon, you mean, right? Okay, that
Do you know that we're going back to the moon next month? In 50 years?
Yes. Yeah. Not landing though, just orbiting
is
around.
looking around.
Because we need to live stream with our iPhones and show people that.
Yep.
Successful, then the third one they're gonna land.
Plan to land.
Plan to land.
Yeah.
The second?
Second is just orbit
This
around
Artemis,
the moon.
right?
Artemis 2. First Artemis was done already.
Flyby.
Empty capsule just flew by.
This one, when was this done? This year?
This was 2 years ago. Now next month, in the same capsule, 4 of them gonna go around, and they'll be the first human to be at the most furthest point after the beyond the moon
Yeah. Or beyond. I
Beyond.
mean, in space.
in space. Yeah,
Oh, so is it uncharted territory for humans?
first time. Like they are literally in deep space to hype it up.
Can I ask if you know what is the distance?
I need to Google this data.
Bro, so we went. You see, I still need to ask more about the whole moon landing. So let me get this straight. We went to the moon and we fucking flew back
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we survived.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they had cancer, right? All of them.
Are you
yeah.
serious?
No, I don't think so.
No, because the Earth and they call low Earth orbit is protected by the magnetic field, so you don't get radiation
Yeah.
as much.
Yes.
But once you pass that to go to the moon, you're gonna get radiation. So you can get cancer. I think a lot of them had cancer. The people who
They had some sort of sickness.
Of course, I mean, you go to space, you come back, you're not the same person.
Katy Perry?
That's the problem, actually. I mean, your joints all will be.
No,
will be-
Katy Perry didn't go that far, lah. Is it?
Maybe I don't think she went into that far. But then
She
long
wouldn't.
enough and far enough, a lot of things are going to happen to your body. Your face structure will change. Your bone density will drop. Your joints will be. And when you come back on Earth, you will not be the same person anymore.
What's the temperature in the moon? Let me just.
Don't know, -80.
Yeah, you need a human habitable module, which is what Elon Musk is trying to do. Not just Elon Musk, Bezos, Blue Origins.
Hey, there's so many things I need to ask already. Oh shit! But let's
We have a lot of time. We can be all day here.
because you're worried there's no other podcast on to talk about it. But
Not.
I can tell you there's another podcast out there even more fascinated, way
Which
more
one? Which
fascinated than me. I don't know which one lah.
Oh, you're just
Yeah, but
guessing
I'm
lah,
saying,
okay.
bro, how come you don't have yours is a private Instagram account? You don't post your work stuff?
He's starting to.
I have been encouraged. She's been telling me to be out there,
Just
be
do
out
it,
there.
man. Like for this podcast, do it. This is how more people, bro. There's gonna be another Nirmell somewhere. I'm serious. Like another Nirmell who's just like, I didn't even know people in Malaysia talk about this type of stuff.
Yeah.
And then they will see it lah. Yeah, it will, if that's what's in your algorithm, it will show up in that little Nirmell's algorithm somewhere. Yeah, bro, it's like that.
Okay. I'll give you my IG.
Yes,
Yeah.
IG data.
No, bro, really, I would like people to be more fascinated also. Yeah, so let's go back to the moon thing lah. Okay, what were also some of the biggest reasons why people say that they faked it?
I got an answer.
Sure.
Actually, it's the rocks. The rocks, they brought back samples of the regolite, and the regolite
Moon
is
rocks.
basically rocks, and regolite is like this powdery thing.
I'm gonna
actually.
call Joe Rogan after this and like tell him, say these people told me that they actually went.
I mean, the rocks, you know that the rocks is not of Earth origin, using isotope ratios.
No such thing over here.
No such thing over here, and you cannot make it that way. So
Why you cannot make it that way? We don't know how to make it.
It takes like
Can we make it now since that we know
no,
what it is?
we don't know. It takes million years of process to make it actually. So
we truly do not understand what that rock is made of till today.
No, we know what the rock is made of, but the
gas
ratio
signature.
of what is
The
that?
gas signature.
The gas signature, what made the rock and everything, we can trace it back actually. It's called isotopes. They have a certain ratio. So on Earth, there's a certain ratios for all our rock is well documented, but the rocks in moons has a different ratio. So, and that is, you cannot find it on Earth. Although it's the same thing, it's like different.
The material of the rocks, they are not harmful to humans or what?
No, of course not.
No, just a rock.
Just the same rock, but like the DNA of it is different.
Please don't use DNA.
The chemical signature of it is
The
different.
isotope signature,
Isotope.
chemical signature.
The actual scientific word is isotope.
isotopes, yeah.
We watered it down. Chemical signature.
Physical, chemical, yeah.
If we have a Martian meteorite landing on Earth, it can just look like a normal Earth rock on Earth,
Of course,
right?
yeah.
But when you check the chemical
The
signature,
signature inside there.
and then you
That-
compare with Viking missions, which landed on Mars, the gas and chemical signature is exactly like forensics DNA
like
matches.
forensic lah,
But
matches.
why is it same from Mars when Mars is significantly far further away, right?
Oh, because we not pencil. Yeah, I mean, like because there are rocks on Mars which are on Earth as we speak now. Actually,
Rocks from Earth is on Mars.
also in Mars.
But are there rocks in Earth in the moon? Probably.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
We don't know because we never. But there are. I don't know whether there's moon rocks on Earth or not.
Should be siblings sharing rocks because of the bombardment period.
Bombardment, yeah.
How big? How big is the moon compared to Earth? It's much like how many times
It's
smaller?
So much time smaller. Let me check on that.
Check lah,
It's
check
very small.
While you're asking us factual question, it's hard. You can ask us the how question, we can answer.
Chill, bro, chill. Yeah. If you are not shy about this, chill, man.
3.7 times smaller than Earth.
Okay, not that small lah. Earth is big, you know.
Yeah.
But it's big.
We can still do a colony there. So why didn't go back to the moon, right? You're saying?
Because I asked, why do you think all those conspiracy theories about faking the moon landing, just you guys are not for that? And he said one of it is the rocks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another one that I heard from Joe Rogan is the video of them jumping around, right? And obviously back then it's not the best resolution quality.
Yeah.
He says that it sort of seems like someone from like pulling them from strings. They didn't look that way. They look weird to you. And then at the press conference, they were acting weird. You know, or maybe you just came back from the moon. You're sick as fuck. So
Yeah.
so you're acting weird.
Yeah.
But he was saying. But do you guys agree there was a bit weird behavior of people who faking it?
I may think that the footage is fake.
Okay, you're open to
think
that.
I'm open to the footage being fake, but
Yeah.
but the rock data is telling me that they would have went there, took it, they would have had some camera malfunction, and then just like, okay, let's stage it lah. Because it's still a show lah. I mean, like we can show it, but so what?
You have like even back then it was debunking all is damn hard lah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a failure of a government lah. Like, how can you cannot operate the camera in space like that? So how you gonna explain this to public? So
Okay. Do you have other?
I think for me the rock one was solid evidence.
Yeah,
for,
solid.
for me lah.
Or first time humans seeing other humans like bouncing in low gravity, it'll be indistinguishable from magic, right? People find it way difficult to understand, picturing it, visualizing it. So they may have come up with, oh, that's not true. There's a string pulling, or there's some whole mechanism on top handling all these astronauts. They will come up with all sort of stories.
It takes an elaborate plan to do that lah, in other words.
Yes. Yeah. Instead of spending the money to fake it, that same amount.
Because of the technology that they already had then.
Exactly.
But then it's not it was, I mean, I was in NASA and I saw their,
You was in NASA. You went to NASA?
no, I mean, just to visit them. And so I saw the,
No, I mean you went and visit lah in the States is it?
yeah. So,
We have a problem.
no. So they showed me the building which hosted their hard disk. It was a big building. And do you know what's the memory of the hard disk? 2.3 megabyte.
What? Why?
That was the memory they worked on to send their
You're talking about then.
Yeah. It was like a big building, like 2.3 megabyte. It's like lesser than the size of our current photo, right?
It's like a floppy disk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was, and it's a big building.
I mean it was 69, bro.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
still, it's like, And the other thing is that it took them 8 years from planning to go in.
People don't even know we had computers in
Yeah, no.
that time, but we did.
Yeah, we did. We did. It took them 8 years from planning to getting to the first man to moon. 8 years, you know.
And there was several tests also. They put animals, is it?
Animals first, and then
They died, of course.
Yeah, and then monkeys. A lot of animals: tortoise, fish, bees.
Yes, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, so expensive. Oh.
and then humans on the
Last
orbit
one.
first.
Orbit first, yeah.
Orbit first, and then 1 day orbit, then longer orbit.
Longer
Yeah.
orbits.
So the first actual intention of putting humans to land, it was successful. There was no fail. Like, do you think was there any? Do you think there was some programs where the people died and then they
Hidden before that,
Maybe
yeah
possible.
yeah that
No,
one we
that-
don't know lah.
we wouldn't know about that.
Yeah, I mean it's not to say that it's not
Yeah.
possible lah, because
Because this is a government mission, and
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of classified information.
so let's bring it back to today a while lah. Just 2 years ago, there was a American, I forgot who, was one of the government representative, came out and say that we have recovered some sort of UFOs like that. Why would they make statements like that if there's no?
Yeah.
Unidentified flying phenomena.
Do you remember?
UAP.
Yeah, UAP. Do you remember this was just 2 years ago
Yeah,
only?
yeah, I remember.
Let me just find out. Like, why? Like, they're basically making an announcement, okay, on the big media, explaining to the whole world, like, okay, we have recovered this sort of objects not from this earth.
They recovered or they recorded?
No, they have it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm
I thought they recorded, right?
recovered. Okay, U.S. recovered non-human biologics from UFO crash sites. Former Intel officers said.
Said.
Yeah, you want to read this for a bit? So, these dudes work for the government. So, what is their intention?
3 military veterans, so they're not working in the government yet. So
Ex lah.
that the ex lah. So I think the detail that matter lah, including a former Air Force intelligence officer.
A lot of these, like the military people, they come out and start speaking. I'm sure you see a lot of this, right?
I think because they get attention.
They're trying to sell books,
Of course, why wouldn't you?
They sell some
Yeah,
documentaries, you know.
Yeah.
You notice they always hang out together and collab on projects together.
Yeah.
Correct. Maybe that's the purpose.
No, I think the one which was shown on footage is the this when they are flying in the fighter jet.
The
they see
tic tac, they call it tic tac, right?
that's the one
yeah.
they say super fast and all these things, all right.
That one is so hard to believe because once again, footage is.
It's grainy.
What footage? Why must we talk about grainy footage in this day and age?
No, but the reason I think why the US government said they didn't want
Bro,
to.
it's not only today. I think you would know. Decades ago, they've got. I can't remember. You know who's Hal Pudolph? Like there's like some powerful, high up legitimate people in the government. They have meetings discussing, about UFOs, like what happens, what do we do? Are they a threat to us? You know about this stuff, right?
We heard about it.
I
Yeah.
think
Project Blue Book, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what's Project Blue Book, right?
Yeah, then Disclose Project, Blue Book, all that. Yeah, I've
but who
heard
disclosed
about
them
it to a
actually?
certain degree, but yeah.
This is the first time I'm hearing it now.
Yeah, but why you try and Google it? But
Declassified document.
yeah, so why would they have all these like why would they do something like that? Is it to sort of give the impression to other nations that they might or might not have?
Perhaps.
Why would they do some stuff like that?
Maybe derail the public from actually something really important happening in the politics and the business.
You
world?
mean just a distraction,
Possible.
We don't know, but one thing is for sure lah. Most of the time it's from America.
Yeah,
Like 2 days
the
ago,
aliens like American.
Elon Musk made a remark on X.
Yeah.
He said if there was alien spacecraft, or he would announce it immediately on X. He said, "People of Earth, right? You will know it here first."
I mean,
You see, right, bro?
That's the remark, right? Okay.
I know he's always been that guy lah.
Yeah.
But you see, why would you believe him, and why would you not believe these other people? You know what I'm saying?
because they have something to sell. Well, I mean, he's already rich. Therefore,
I mean, a lot of people love Elon because he's pro being honest about
Yeah.
alien life also.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's like a never-ending guess.
I had a friend who pressed me on this unidentified flying. They call it phenomena. The reason why they don't want to call it an object because
UAP, you mean?
UAP, yeah.
UAP.
Yeah. Unidentified anomalous phenomenon.
It meaning that we don't know it yet. There's a phenomena we don't know it yet. So it doesn't. Yeah, there's a reason because it changed how we think about things, right? When you put UFO, it's tied with that whole.
How do we know it's flying? Maybe it's teleporting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even projecting from something else.
Yeah.
So my friend was pressing me on this, and I told him, dude, but among all my peers and everyone, you are the first person telling me this actually.
Your professional peers.
And I was like, why would they hide such a thing from all of us?
Maybe
Like,
your peers don't know. Your peers are not powerful enough.
but they were Americans.
They don't hang out with Donald Trump.
They work in NASA.
Oh.
They work in European Space Agency. They work in Japanese Space Agency.
Yeah, you see, it's always the argument of keeping a secret is. You see, today is even harder,
Of course.
with our phones.
Yes.
Because you work. Okay, let's say you're in NASA or wherever, not NASA lah, maybe even more secret project lah, a secret institution lah. If you're a janitor working there lah, and you're not one of the specialists, how are you not going to take a photo or not? Maybe you cannot bring your phone in. How are you not going to leave work and then go and tell your wife or tell your friend at the bar, you know what the fuck I've been up to? I saw this happening, blah blah. Unless before you leave that center, they wipe your brain out. Do you all watch Severance? That series Severance?
No, don't know.
So Severance is this series, okay? It was number 1 in Apple last year. So what happened is they separate your work life and your outside work life. So imagine a huge corporation, something like Apple like that. You go to your office, you take a lift. Once you go up the lift, your brain is severed. So outside life and inside life, your inside life, the inside of work you has no idea what you do outside, and the outside you has no idea what you do inside. So what I was saying is, imagine unless you were a janitor and that's what happens when you were inside this like institution where they are researching or keeping on this secret recovered crashed UFOs or whatever, right? They're gonna tell someone. It's hard to keep.
Yeah.
True.
And today is even worse with technology.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, if at all they have already discovered there is aliens and everything, I think the US would come out upfront and tell it actually. And why waste money on spending money on astrobiology missions and all these things? So it doesn't make sense to me actually. Like, why must you? There are still missions of finding whether there's life in Mars, whether you want to go see in the moons of Jupiter, and you want to study moon. Why?
So there's that argument lah. If aliens exist, right, what happens to religion? A lot more of other things also.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Actually, it's being prepared now. Actually, there are a lot of been invited to a few conferences where they want to prepare for how are we going to talk to the press if and when we discover alien life form, which is most likely microbial lah.
I mean, you're talking about who?
About people in my field, they are having.
You guys also are discussing this.
Yeah, we're discussing this. You have to be careful on how you say stuff.
So I mean, let's be honest lah. I grew up most of my life atheist. Okay, of course now I feel like I'm more agnostic lah because I'm just not someone who's researched enough or studied or read enough lah. I'm just an agnostic dude lah. And you guys yourself also never grew up religious. We have different opinions lah. Yeah. I do you think it's going to be such a big rift that we cannot religion and aliens just cannot go together? Because there are certain things in religious books, right? Okay. Not just depicts aliens, okay? We've got I never read all this.
A lot of the Hindu god and goddess look alien.
Yeah. So there's a lot of this and there's a lot of supernatural. Fuck ton of that. You ask how many religious people today, they are damn religious. Do they believe in supernatural? A lot of them also don't. Right? So maybe it's not that it's too crazy that like it's not gonna shut down all religion. You know what I'm saying?
I think across religion find a way actually.
To come at peace.
Religion find a way most of the time.
To coexist.
All to coexist.
Yeah.
So I think they'll find a way.
Yeah, I
We
believe
just
so.
don't know how yet because it hasn't presented itself.
What I think is more of, I don't think there's, like, let's say if a micro life is already found in a different, because most religions believe that literally we are the only planet with,
I don't think they said it like word by word that way, right?
because they don't even know what's a planet.
Exactly. So
It was a flat Earth. You know?
there is room for interpretation, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's say they sort of believe that there's only one place in this whole world, which is Earth, that has living things. And then they found a microorganism somewhere outside of Earth. I don't think it's going to come crashing down. It's going to take a whole lot more than that. I'm talking about religion. I don't think it's going to come crashing
It
down.
won't crash down. I think religion is here to stay, actually.
Yeah.
Regardless whether we believe it or not, there is a place for religion, or the essence of religion, because human beings, we cannot live objectively, like robots and program. We need that aspect of spirituality to make us function.
Yes.
That aspect can be anything.
Yeah. And the aspect of okay, I give up saying that word. Spirituality doesn't have to only exist in religion. It can exist in other things, your hobbies or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, maybe you like training a certain sport. That could be your spiritual thing.
Getting into the zone, right?
Yeah. What's fascinating to you all now? Yeah, tell me lah.
Wow. Now what we are doing is fascinating. We are studying this.
Keep it layman.
We are studying this alternative biochemistries, which we think could have made the life on Earth, or in hopes that we'll find this alternative biochemistry. How we search for things important. If you don't know what is a car,
alternative biochemistry is talking about something that we've never seen over here.
Yeah. Or we couldn't engineer over here.
Yeah.
Which actually there is alternative biochemistry. Yeah. XNA and all this stuff. Yeah. So I mean, our DNA, it's made of 4 codes actually.
Sorry, guys. Can we just take a 1-minute break?
Please.
Yeah, or it died.
Battery is getting low here.
Okay.
When I told my mother I was going to astrobiology, she said, "Yeah, very good. What are you going to study? You're going to study this stuff." She said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What were you saying?
Well, alternative biochemistry.
You know who does the best job in talking about all this to the layman? Neil deGrasse Tyson, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. This is really hard. That's why it's famous, right? Yeah. And it's good. So if I ask you to find a car and you don't know what's a car, how would you find a car?
I don't even know where to look or what to look at.
Exactly. So that's how we're having a problem in finding aliens as well. We think that the aliens are made exactly like us.
But that's not exactly how you guys are looking for, like you say, alternative chemistry.
Yeah.
That's not how it is, right? Like you guys actually know what you are looking for.
Right? No, we don't, because it's
Or the possibilities. You know of some possibilities.
possibilities, or maybe we make a model case to show that, okay, alternatively we can also make this which looks like life but not life. So that's another way of looking at it. For example, if you look at the early Earth, once the Earth is formed, you can get a lot of chemicals in it. So in that masses of chemicals, that one chemical, let's say a DNA, it cannot automatically become life, right?
There's a process.
There is a process for it. See, we don't know the process. So there's a group studying how life started from your biochemistry, your amino acids, your DNA. They want to reverse engineer to build it up to become proto-life or something like that. Or they think that alien life also will be having these molecules, because these molecules are proven to make life on Earth. So if you have a different kind of life, how are you going to detect it actually? That's the question. It's called agnostic biosignature. So you don't know what you're looking for, but you think it's biosignature.
You don't know what you're looking for, how you're going to look for it.
Exactly. So that's where we come in.
How do you all look for it?
Right now, we have many hypotheses we are working on. We have a lot of papers published on this kind of hypothesis. So AI, a lot of big data and this kind of stuff, an algorithm which can handle a lot of chemical information, can actually find you traces of life actually. So that's one way to look for it.
Traces of life were here?
Elsewhere.
Biosignatures?
Biosignatures, yeah.
Wait. You see?
Okay, we have to start with biosignatures first, right?
Okay, sure.
So, you start with biosignatures.
Okay, let's imagine alien spacecraft is flying above us right now.
Okay, now guys, we are trying to understand what they are looking for and how their work is gonna. Ideally, they hope it plays out.
Alien passing by Earth.
Yeah.
They haven't landed yet. So how would they know there's life on Earth?
Yeah.
Earth is teeming with life. but they don't have to land. They just have to scan the atmosphere, the gases on the atmosphere, everything we release,
Oxygen, like
Carbon dioxide.
anything that we release is a biological signature for them to detect and see the ratio, confirm this evidence shows there are living organisms on this blue color planet.
But this is planetary biosignature.
Planetary biosignature. So we can reverse that, find the same biosignature on other planets.
So oxygen.
so let me ask this: what do we think is necessary, the most basic thing for things to be living on a planet?
Wow, that's a good question.
That one also we don't know, because what makes you think other planets is the same like Earth? Because Earth is the only one that we know of.
Water, liquid water.
That is necessary, but it's not enough. It's not necessarily enough. You need more, way more.
You need other criteria. Liquid water is definitely one of it. The changing of atmosphere, that also showing that there is life there.
Magnetic field.
This is from a planetary perspective, It's not going and taking a sample. Once you take a sample, then there's another whole story actually. So certain, like if you find phosphorus, or you can also say that, phosphine, that they say that that's a signature of life. Like in Venus, they found this marker. Phosphorus is very important because it's in your DNA. It's in almost all biological function. So they found a marker which is called.
They found that in Venus.
In Venus, so
in a tiny trace.
Yeah.
How Venus is how many planets away from Earth?
I think
Venus is our sister planet. Second planet in the solar system, in our solar system, but our neighbor lah.
Our neighbor.
Oh really?
The other side lah.
Towards the sun.
Towards the sun.
Oh okay.
It's a hell hole.
Yeah, it's very hot.
The reason why we are more likely to go to Mars than Venus is because
both are next door neighbors.
Venus is way hotter lah.
Venus is hell.
Super hot,
Hell, yes.
so we are definitely way more likely to go to Mars than Venus.
Yes.
Definitely go to Mars.
Because Mars seems habitable.
And why do you say that? The water.
Because I don't think there's liquid water in Mars, but
frozen locked.
lah. The Arctic, they also have a North Pole.
Oh, they also have a North Pole.
Or deep 20 kilometers down the soil. It's not easily accessible.
Mars there's this concept called the habitable zone.
Have we had any objects went to Mars?
A lot.
Oh
really?
Yeah, a lot.
Oh yeah, what am I talking about? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Mars is a planet covered by robots from aliens. We are aliens.
We are the aliens.
Yeah.
We are aliens, yeah.
So they are currently there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our Curiosity now. Discovery, yeah.
A lot of US rovers, even
many
orbiters
rovers,
from many countries.
Oh, different countries also.
Yeah. UAE, India,
has,
China.
Dubai has.
You think they destroy the other nations' rovers there?
No.
No, they are around, orbiting.
Different geographical location, different purpose.
You know?
Oh, they collaborate.
If I'm America, I see China's rover, I'm like, just
collaborate.
They collaborate in space.
Really? They collaborate?
They are friends, yeah.
They're friends.
Why do they collaborate on stuff like that?
Common goal.
Common goal, yeah, science.
Money, expensive as well. So you want to share the cost.
Okay,
Yeah.
common goal, because they can have more than one winners in that field. Okay, I understand. It's different than on Earth sort of issues. So all these rovers on Mars, they sure collected a lot of shit.
Yes, and they are prepared for sample return, right? A lot of them.
Oh, they have not brought it back yet.
Not yet.
Like what Sir said, sample return mission, which is right now being discussed whether to proceed with it or to extend it due to the cost.
Who? When you say being discussed, do you mean multiple nations discussing?
No, Trump basically.
NASA.
Yeah. So.
But
yeah.
why do they have to discuss how is it?
It may touch $10 billion.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
So if you were to do budget cutting, then it will impact the mission performance. So do you push it longer later on, or do you scrape it all over?
So it's easier. Would you invest the 10 billion in the US healthcare, or would you invest 10 million to pick up a sample? So
It's something where if the funds were free flow, you guys would love to find out.
I think the funds will always be there because it's about money, right? So
The rovers have already collected
they already
samples.
collected samples. It's
It's
there, lying.
on Mars.
It's lying there.
Samples of. So do we have do we have videos, right, of what it is? How
Yes,
they look like?
yes.
So it looks like they just take the sample and it's there on the surface.
It's some sort of rock lah.
So rock, regolith.
Regolith.
and
First one
everything.
is gas, the rest
Gas.
are regoliths.
So everything is just on the surface. So the next mission just come, take up and bring back to Earth.
Sample return.
Sample return.
And we will have actual rocks from Mars. We can even investigate whether there's fossil marks
We have rock from Mars, but this is like pristine.
pristine from there.
Wait, what do you mean we have rock from Mars? We have already?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
meteorites that
Oh, that came
But
from
but
Mars.
once it comes to Earth, it gets contaminated because Earth is like this hungry wolf which will contaminate everything with life. So then you cannot differentiate whether this is. The rock sample will differentiate, telling that this is Mars origin, but more than that, there will be already microorganism inside it and everything. So when you bring that, you need to make sure it's covered and protected and everything.
Yeah.
So from the meteorites, right, Mars one that hit Earth, right? How much can we actually learn about it?
A lot.
Just from the rocks, like
A lot.
so everything that we've learned so far, we still cannot come up with any conclusion about life there.
No, I don't think so. Although liquid water is where they can come up with, right? That
Yeah.
Mars used to have liquid water.
I was flying in the plane, right? I watched this documentary about life on Mars, and like, they found something. So if you guys have not heard about it, right, it means that documentary is full of shit.
When the documentary was taken.
It's probably a new one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, I don't know. Or maybe the documentary was saying maybe or maybe, but
It's always come with a caveat. I mean, we never scientists will never categorically say, especially in this field, that we have this.
Yeah.
It may have been like this. Because even if you claim that there is, a signature of life in the rock, how are you going to, some people interpreted it, that signature is not life. It's how you interpret it, half full, half empty.
unless the signature is exactly like what we see over here on Earth, then they cannot deny that, lah.
And then you cannot deny. But then still, we can also say that that even though it's exactly on Earth, then you can say it's contaminated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the earliest life, fossil-like structures on Earth's rock, the oldest ones, even we can't decide whether that is 100% life or not.
Yeah.
So what are these actually? The earliest fossils?
When you look at the picture instantaneously, it looks like a microorganism.
Yeah.
Immediately. But science is very careful. Before we say it is exactly that, you need a lot of confirmation done.
When you
test
say
done.
a microorganism, you mean under telescopes, like just one of those
Not
cells,
telescope,
right?
microscope.
you can see a pattern. You can see the pattern like a, what do you call this? Like a blue-green algae.
Yeah, the pattern.
The pattern.
Yeah.
You can see. You can clearly see it
colour.
looks like a microorganism.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
even for us
Moving
to
or is it
no,
moving?
no, it's dead,
and
it's
fossilized
fossilized. Oh,
billions
sorry.
of years
Yeah.
ago. But even for us to confirm that is life, we
It
don't
takes
simply
a
say
lot
yes.
of effort. Like it's not like something you can tell. Oh, okay, this is like we have this is like it takes a lot of confirmation. Like first you need to know the rock chemistry, what happened back then to the rock, what kind of rock you got, and was it real fossils or not? Because fossilization is a very specific process. It doesn't happen just like that. So there's a lot of things, and then you have to think about artifacts because natural environment can make you seems to be like that. But how are you going to how are you going to differentiate it actually with the artifact and the real one? Once you have confirmed it, that's when they can tell that the first life was the first known fossilized life was the cyanobacteria
Correct.
thing, right? Yeah, that's how you know it.
Okay, dude.
If here we are doing that, imagine something from Mars.
Yeah, that'd be crazy, man.
Yeah, scientists wouldn't allow other science to announce and confirm immediately.
So like
They'll
some
do-
gatekeeping shit, lah.
No,
happening.
not
We'll do
gatekeeping.
peer review.
Because
Yeah.
But
people like to use the term where scientists gatekeep for information from them, right? It's
it's
just
not gatekeeping, but it's like they want to be 100% sure.
Correct.
you want to be sure how much that certainty is there actually.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
I mean, the most simple way is exactly the reason why all these like professors they don't care about testimonials from people saying they
Yeah,
saw.
they don't.
It
Yeah,
just
I don't
it's like,
think so, yeah.
who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah.
Anyone can say anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but somehow saying all these things get millions of views on the podcast.
Yeah, you can monetize it, lah. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
monetize it. Yeah. Dude, what do you all know of Area 51?
I only know Roswell and Area 51 and that series and where in Transformers.
Because it's a real place. What do they actually do there?
I used to be crazy about Area 51.
Yeah. So yeah, what do they actually do there?
When I was young, I believe
weird flying objects.
they kept. When I was young, I believe they kept some specimens there. This was me, 13, 14-year-old.
And that's because you read some books that showed pictures of the
Of
alien.
course, that's the famous picture, lah.
the same story
books
you
that I
mentioned just
saw.
now. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then, I mean, that was fueled by movies like Independence Day.
Yes.
Movies were asking us to believe, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, but then now, I don't even think about it much.
but so why? What did they? How did they debunk it? Or because it is a place.
It is a place, yeah.
What do they do there?
Well, I wish I could answer.
I think none of us know.
No, none
actually.
of us.
Yeah.
Maybe top secret
Again,
military mission.
even with my peers, which I said where they're coming from, we don't talk about it.
They don't talk about it, or they don't know also.
They don't know actually. I mean, like if you ask them,
They're
Area
like, that's not
51,
my field.
it's they'll say that there may be some secret governmental
Projects.
trying to
It could be
engineer
jets.
stuff. It could be jets,
Yeah.
different flying systems. So,
Yeah, could be top military technology.
I mean, think
Own-
about it, like the drones
Just a distraction, a huge
Maybe.
distraction for decades.
or the
Yeah.
drones were actually designed there and they were used to fly in the 70s and 80s and that time
People
was
thought it was
And
UFO.
people thought it was.
a UFO and now it's like
Yeah.
a technology. I'm speculating here. Not
Yeah,
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 you're right, you're right.
Yeah.
So people don't know and will.
So yeah,
They can't know. But that's the thing. If it is a place and there are people working there, I want to talk to those people. Like, what do you all do, man? Yeah, but they don't. They don't do
Yeah.
podcasts.
well,
Those people that.
or
working.
maybe this like. I think the pop culture of UFOs and alien is too much for a lot of people to even like want to tell the real thing or what not happening there. Except for the ex-veteran or ex-someone who's working there and comes out and tell.
What is people all know Elon as the space dude lah. Okay, what is he working on that makes you guys excited?
Mars mission lah.
I think the Mars mission lah. That's the thing because going to Mars, terraforming, that's interesting.
Can you explain that?
Terraforming is basically turning Mars into a habitable planet where humans can go and live like second Earth there. So that's kind
How
of cool.
does he plan so far what is his idea?
I mean, first you have to get there lah because it takes 9 months. 9 months.
9 months the fastest.
9 months is the fastest way to get. I think that has to be aligning right where they
but
can slingshot.
isn't that super ambitious and far-fetched? Talking about terraforming when
Going to space was super ambitious and far shot. Coming to India was super ambitious and far shot long time ago. So how we want to define it lah?
Yeah. So obviously now that's his plan, but most of what he's doing so far is they're just focusing on getting there lah, not so much of how to build a
Right
civilization.
now, if I may share,
Please do.
I think SpaceX has to demonstrate the ability to refuel in space.
In between, right?
Low Earth orbit, refuel, and then send one rocket to Mars fueled up.
How do they do that?
Well, this is what they should demonstrate.
Yeah, this is the demonstration
Yes.
is important.
So, based on the latest news I read, I think the timeline got extended a little bit. So now the same contract or the same task is awarded to Blue Origins.
Yes.
So now there's two
This
companies.
Bezos team.
Bezos team.
Okay.
To show your technological capacity first. You bring your rocket to space, so it's not easy to fly due to the gravitational pull. So you don't bring much fuel when you're flying up. You make sure your fuel is there waiting for you, refuel, and then send humans to.
You mean the fuel is already
Already
waiting?
there in orbit, yeah.
Already orbiting.
So that's the new space technology that for mankind itself to demonstrate. It has not been demonstrated yet. So if you're asking where are they exactly, like where the US government, what they want to see, they want to see this.
Okay, so this is their focus right now. Primary
Right now.
focus, refueling.
Prove the refueling, then focus on landing on Mars.
This is the rocketry part. There is the human part. There is this study now. It's called space biology. How does biology react in space condition?
Human to just exist lah while you're on a journey.
Because your mind, you're going to be confined in 9 months, looking at like 4 or 5 people. You can go crazy actually. Although people say that people have stayed like 1.5 years in International Space Station, so it should be okay.
But you're talking about International Space Stations. That's way not nearly as far as anywhere near Mars.
No, but then
right?
it's staying there for like a year.
in a confined space.
What's a PS5? Computer games? Some hot girls?
But you know,
no, I'm kidding.
it'll be not easy. So in
Not
space,
so
you know?
much kidding lah.
Yeah.
You need some entertainment lah. You need to have.
I think you need to have a certain.
Yeah, what do you think they? Okay. Do you know what is their what are their experience? People who has been in International Space Station for years.
I think I read a book actually. I think quite some time ago. They said that the best astronauts are Japanese. I would send the Japanese there actually because they are really good with their mind and their control. They're small, they're nimble, they can move around and everything. I'm not stereotyping them. I don't know, but
Yeah,
that
they just work.
yeah. But the thing is, they are very their space their program for training astronauts is one of the best in the world actually. The
Why so?
Japanese. Because they're test. So they will give you a task to make, let's say, 1,000 origamis in 9 days of the swan. So you need to make it perfectly. So if you can do it perfectly, like every day, so that means you can actually receive, train, and do the thing perfectly in space mission.
It's what do you call this? A crazy amount of attention to detail and focus for long periods of
Those
time.
are the people you want to go to space, and because they, don't want to make mistakes.
Elon and Bezos, right? Like, in terms
Elon
of
is
space.
the founder of SpaceX.
Yeah.
Bezos, besides Amazon, he founded Blue Origins, just another rocket company that brings people, astronauts, space tourists.
Space tourism. It has to
Blue Origins.
Yeah,
Blue
Blue
Origins.
Origins. It starts with space origin because you can generate income from there. Then you can do a lot more R&D because that's the next venture to bring people to space.
Space stations as the next hotel
And
in space.
the future hotels and everything. You can do surgery in space, which is far more efficient than doing surgery in on Earth. There is blood don't rush out. So there's thing called space medicine. Lot of things which you can do in space where it can be if you're rich enough.
How this is a very simple question to you guys, I guess. How do people, like in the International Space Station, right? How do they just survive? Do they have to wear they don't have to wear the suits?
No,
right?
they don't.
Nothing.
No.
So how do they actually survive? What?
There's a lot of stuff being delivered to them all the time.
No, not survive. I'm talking about
Live.
no. They just don't fly everywhere like gravity.
They float. Yeah.
They spacewalk, right? Basically.
Oh, they float. Oh yeah.
I mean, inside the module, they will be,
Yeah.
floating and
It's
all
like
that.
swimming, right?
Flying,
no wonder. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. So no wonder you asked like, how do they stay sane and not go psycho for?
If it's a Mars mission for
It's
9
a Mars
months,
mission.
seeing the same 6 people.
Yeah. Cryogenics could be one of it, I think.
Okay, for
I mean,
future
I think there are experiments being
experiment
done
yet done, but
to whether to subject a human being into that is another thing.
You mean freeze people
yeah.
and wake them up?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
very beneficial. Even it was
Wait. Do we even do that here?
in Malaysia.
No.
No, not Malaysia. I mean, in this.
No. I'm saying that there are experiments or tests being done that you can actually freeze a human being so that he has like minimum baseline metabolism running. It's important in combat because if any soldier is injured, you can actually drop them down and you can transport them like to a place without them getting killed in the process while they are full up high with
They're
life.
standing up. You mean?
Yeah. So
that
putting-
cryogenics. Okay,
What you thought?
I thought people, they want to freeze themselves, wake themselves later.
Yeah, I thought
That is also a possibility. You bring them down and then you the metabolism to a baseline and then you keep them on space travel and then you wake them up at some point. I think there are people doing
totally
that.
aliens.
No,
Experiments, yeah. it's been done.
experiments. Yeah, I'm sure.
No. I mean, can we? Do we?
Do we have the
They did
technology?
experiment with dead bodies, but failure.
Yes, huh?
Yeah,
But-
after freezing it,
You mean it
became a
doesn't
lump.
preserve?
It didn't, and they did check. Ended up finding a lump of flesh. So not at the level where the body is intact yet, but definitely
I
experiments are
think
being
people
done.
are doing that. There are experiments. I mean, they don't start. We're going to do it with human beings to send them to space. They just want to know whether you can lower your
Yeah.
basal metabolism rate like very low for not humans per se, any life,
Any
chicken
life,
or something. like that.
So what do the International Space Stations do, and who owns it?
Observe International. Everyone
So
paid
anyone
for it.
like different countries can come.
Yeah, can. But you're paid for it. You have to pay for it, lah. I mean, there are Japan for sure.
Yeah. No, so it's literally a station in space, and there's people chilling inside, and other countries come in, and they stay inside also. What do they do there? They're doing some sort
observe,
of work.
learn, experiments. Do astrobiology experiments, for example. Do material experiments.
I don't know whether this is a stupid question lah,
Yeah.
but if y'all could, would y'all do that?
No.
Would you? Go to us.
space?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I don't think so. I would do.
If ISS, yeah, because ISS is about to be decommissioned.
Decommission, yeah, soon.
Our lovely space station is no longer going to be there soon.
It's going to be replaced by the Chinese one, right?
Chinese already have, but private companies in US are coming up with their version of, I don't know, more hotel-like habitable modules lah.
I never checked this out lah, but are there people with like Instagram accounts in space stations and they're just like this is what
They do.
this is what I'm doing today?
Yeah, astronauts do that.
A real boring life, man.
Oh, I want to say that's so cool. It's cool if you're not there, lah. But if you're there, it's
Yeah, it's like everything in life, right?
They-
You want something, and then when you go there,
They do live telecasts. They
they
teach
talk about
students
it. They
from
teach
space.
students.
They're, those countries that has their astronauts up there now in today's generation, the astronauts are directly connected to
With
the
the people.
activities of the country.
so they definitely have internet there.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah. So if Malaysia wanted to send you there for a couple of months,
I would.
You really would, huh?
I really would.
Sure, dude. This is a real space enthusiast, this one.
I would bring our experiment there.
but it's not okay, lah. Not that long, lah. We're talking about what? It's 3 months.
It's okay.
But for me, the fear is that when you come back on Earth, you lose your body faculties as what it was originally for.
What do you mean by that? That happens?
Yeah, I mean, it happens to
Bone density.
bone density drop. Your joints, you'll always hear clicks and everything. You're not the
Oh.
same person. You will not feel the same person.
So
as you
whoever
are.
is in the ISS,
Yeah.
they will feel.
They will feel it. They are not the same person anymore.
You're giving a part of yourself, lah.
Yeah, literally, actually.
Yeah.
So,
That's
so this part, I don't.
sorry, is it the longer you stay there, the worse? Of course, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3 months is kind of long, right? And also the journey, man. Come on, man.
How far is it? Let's say.
I think you can reach there within like what?
2-3 minutes.
Yeah, fast enough.
What?
It's just 200 kilometers up. It's like driving to Ipoh.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought it's 1,000.
1,000 kilometers per hour. Yeah.
Oh, dude. So it's. I thought it's 1,000 kilometers. No.
I mean, for the
No,
beginning
yeah.
of space,
You need to
after
break
that,
the barriers, right?
it goes on for billions of years.
No. I'm saying from Earth
Ah.
to the station. How far is it? You say 200.
I mean, you can reach in 4 minutes.
Which is 200 kilometers.
Kilometers like that. Yeah, around there. If you want to
You
get.
better fact check that.
Then,
Yeah. I.
but ISS is in low Earth orbit.
Leo.
Once you come to a particular orbit, right, then you'll be brought to ISS.
400.
Yeah, Penang.
ISS, but within 200 something, you're
But how
already
fast
in
can you
space.
get? Rocket speed is what? Almost 1,000, right?
Depends what kind of rocket.
So imagine 400 also with all the proper equipment, you still will. You have to. You will give a part of yourself when you.
And
come back, lah.
also, I mean, can you handle turbulence in your flight?
Yeah, right. Just
Okay,
not
then.
only the physical, the mental also.
Yeah, if you can handle turbulence, then
You cannot, is it?
I don't like it at all. Because this stupid movie, man, this one.
Which one?
Oh my god, the one they will
Gravity.
they will
Gravity, is it?
no, they will show a plane crash from within the cockpit of the plane. It's a very famous movie actually, happened in the 2000.
So,
So I saw that and then it like traumatized me for life.
Remember, I had the pilot on.
Yeah.
He was explaining about turbulence, and he's just explaining like. It's kind of a joke to them lah. Whenever. Yeah, and it's a joke to them lah. Whenever people get scared of turbulence, because he's talking about how. No matter how scared people are, right? What they don't know is the precautions that they take. That even in the worst climate, worst situations and all, right, your plane is meant to survive the turbulence already. Yeah.
You don't
So
feel it that way inside there.
Yeah, you don't. So turbulence is not something they worry about. Yeah, there's a lot more other things.
It's like I think it's like a fear of the dark lah. It's like
it's a phobia.
Phobia lah,
Yeah, that you can't necessarily explain. It's not equal to everyone else. lah.
Yep, that's true. I
Yeah.
certainly don't like it.
So okay, bro. So something more. I guess more recent. You say next month, gonna go back to the moon man missions.
Yes, waiting for
Next
that.
month or this month?
Next month.
February.
Yeah.
What are the? Do you know?
Oh,
What,
they may push it to April,
They may
but
push it
it's
now.
targeted for February.
Targeted for
and
February.
this NASA.
NASA.
What did they say? What are their plans this time?
The exact plan is to show that moon
doable
mission
lah.
is doable and safe. So the this time plan is to show that we can bring humans back to the moon safely in the Orion capsule.
Orion.
4 of them, 10,000 kilometers away from the back of the moon, the most distant human would have ever
And we
reached.
don't know what is in the back of the moon.
Yeah, and then come back, maybe a 10 days journey.
So they're going to the back of the moon, which has never been explored.
I mean, astronauts before have gone behind the moon,
Flyby.
but this is at the most distant point. So they're going to hold the record of humans who had gone the most distant in space
And also distant from Earth.
from Earth. Yeah. So once that is shown to be safe and successful, then Artemis 3 comes in plan 2 years after that.
Yes.
The purpose of Artemis 3 is to build a moon colony.
Yeah, base.
That's
Moon base.
awesome, right?
Exactly. Now, this is what to be targeted. If number 3 is successful, then number 4, number 5, Japan has already built a Toyota space car to be used in
They
Artemis mission.
branded, the Toyota is working on it.
Yeah, already
Toyota, okay.
Toyota, yeah.
Shit. I bet.
So already
I'm driving a Toyota Earth car.
we are driving Toyota Earth car. Yeah. So there's gonna be a huge moon base, but the interesting part is where they're gonna place this human base. It's not gonna be on any location based on Apollo mission. It's at the polar region, the South Pole. Yes, yeah, where there will be frozen ice in the craters.
Yeah.
But why did they pick that
Water.
point?
What?
Water.
Water.
So the question is, right, if you said going to the ISS station is already gonna fuck you up, your body when you come down, there's gonna be some damage. The moon is gonna be way worse.
Yep, for sure. That's why you have to study a lot of space biology. You have to know how your skeleton also work in space.
So their goal is, as long as the person is still living, doesn't matter if 90% of his
no
body
lah,
is shut down.
I think they do care about the
Yeah, I'm kidding. But those are the inevitable things that we are still not able to overcome.
Yeah, we are not meant to stay in space.
The
That's
new
the
generation.
But with you would hope that with create the ideal technology, maybe there's something that we can do to.
yeah.
Mitigate it.
That's
yes.
what we are all planning. They're hoping for. It.
mitigation.
To support that, they have the latest space suit, different from before.
The one with what? Keep your joints
Yeah.
intact.
Yeah, exactly for Artemis mission. And then the habitation module, where are they going to stay? That is going to protect them. So everything given to them now is of latest technology.
And it's a long time, bro. Right?
Yeah.
It's been a long
Artemis
time.
has been almost 10 years.
In development, but Artemis 1 has been launched. Next month, Artemis 2. But we are going back like after 50 years. Like human beings are going back near the
So
moon.
technology is.
Very advanced.
And so we were talking about that earlier. The people that came back from the moon, you said like something like they all got cancer.
I think a lot of them got cancer. I think.
Come on, let's
Well,
just.
let's fact
Research
check that.
lah. I mean, please search.
They seem
Cancer and moon mission.
Buzz Aldrin seems healthy in the Transformers movie.
He's alive. That's the.
He's
crazy
alive,
idea.
yeah.
Maybe did chemotherapy work for him? Please check.
I think they're
Cancer
healthy.
and outside of Leo mission, human. Because I remember reading a paper. People who went outside of Leo.
Oh, okay. They have some sort of effect, right?
Yeah.
Radiation, bone loss, radiation risk.
So this is a Nature paper.
It's a scientific report paper actually. Click on it.
Apollo Lunar astronauts show higher.
Click. Is it scientific reports? That's the paper I read, I think.
This one. This one.
Scientific reports, yes. And this one came out what, 2010, I think?
Here you go.
Yeah.
This one, right?
Yep. So yeah, see, NASA funded space radiation research fights cancer on Earth.
What? Cancer?
Yeah, I mean, because, whatever space mission you do, you can actually apply.
Apply it to human health. Yeah.
Pampers is made in space. Velcro is made for space.
A lot of things stemmed from space technology.
Yeah.
What do you mean Pampers is stands for?
I mean, it was designed for astronauts, not for babies.
Did you know that?
Velcro,
Yeah,
space
Velcro.
as well.
But why? For what? The
Strap
suit,
things for whatever. So there's a lot of these other fields which will develop stuff for space tech and everything.
So you see, they all got. They did have cancer when they come back. You would imagine now this time around, right? There'll be so much less damage. You would hope so.
I think the module will be protected with so many.
I don't think today's age, right? If you're gonna, this is a worldwide public event or for the world to witness, right? They can't bear astronauts going there and coming back with cancer. They can't afford.
They can't afford to because the PR will kill them actually.
Yeah, and it will kill the whole mission, like the whole hype.
Beyond cancer, they should be worried about micrometeorites, which is bombarding moon surface.
Yep.
So this is why the habitation modules, right?
Has to be super strong.
Radiation proof, micrometeorite proof.
So it's not like Earth, like where we got our meteorites are
Burnt in the entry.
Because you have atmosphere. On
Yeah.
the moon, they have a very, very thin layer.
So what's the difference when the meteorites hit there and here?
It hits.
It's like being shot by a bullet.
being shot by a bullet. But here, if the meteorite is small, it just hits up and then it breaks into many pieces.
So it becomes much tinier.
No, bigger ones also break up.
Yeah.
I mean, bigger ones. I'm not talking the size of Manhattan.
If you look at actual moon rock samples that astronauts brought back, right, on the surface of the rocks, you can see the micrometeorite impacts.
I mean, the moon surface is showing that it was hit by a lot of meteorite.
Correct.
That means Earth also was hit by a lot of meteorite. It happened. It's called the late heavy bombardment
You mean at one point?
at one point of time, and we still receive a lot of
Yearly.
stuff
But what happened? Like, how come now we don't receive as much?
because
We do.
that process stopped. We do actually, but not as much as that time.
Ah,
What is that time?
That time was what, 2 billion years ago or 4 billion years ago?
when baby Earth was developing,
Baby Earth lah.
baby Earth, baby Mars, they all rocks.
Mars, Earth, and Moon. All these were hit by so much of meteorites. That's why you have a lot of craters in Moon and Mars. You
Yeah.
can see it until now. But Earth was covered lah, because Earth got geology, tectonic plates happening, so it covered up a lot of things. But what is this? Moon, I don't think it has volcanism, right? So
Standard, yeah.
that's why you can see it still there lah.
So if someone were to ask you, that was millions of years ago, and the Earth was just this planet getting bombarded by all these meteorites.
The whole
right?
solar system.
Yeah. How did life come about?
Perfect.
Good question.
Good question.
So if there is ocean, the one idea is that life would have entered deep into the ocean lah, to protect itself. Some life would have been protected by this lah, and they
I
came out
mean,
from
life
that,
had that sort of conscious reaction
lah.
already.
Not conscious.
Then
Not
how
conscious.
would they know to go into the water?
Well, they would have been pushed to go somewhere lah.
Delivery of water,
And I mean, conscious means, I mean, when we refer the word the word consciousness, right?
like life evolved in liquid environment.
Liquid environment. So they would have either started off there. So maybe the meteorite bombardment didn't affect them deep in the sea. Or if it started on land, that's why I say life would have started many times, and the one we are seeing is the survivors.
Yeah.
Because in reality, right, 99.9% of species
Die.
have been extinct.
Extinct, yes.
So there could be that meteorite.
What's to
event,
say humans have not been extinct?
5 extinctions done.
6? I think.
We are waiting for the 6.
Yeah.
Are you waiting for the
wait.
6?
You're saying humans have had.
No, we have not faced extinction yet
How do you know that?
because we're here.
No, I mean, maybe we've restarted.
I don't think we already started. We would have seen a something.
In our like biological tree, right? We know we have had 5 extinction events, right? The dinosaurs. There was Cambrian
our
period.
means you're talking about life, not human life. Right?
Our
So you have to be careful.
historical DNA life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there were
5.
other species extinction already occurred on
But
Earth.
not, we are very complex mammals. So we are the so-called late.
So you're saying there were mammals all that also went extinct
There
before
were
us.
many extinction events.
And not necessarily.
But what sort of what was living?
Okay, the famous one that all of you know, asteroid struck the dinosaurs. That is an extinction event.
That's an extinction
but that's the most
event.
recent, 64 million years ago. But before that, there were other extinction events.
That we know much less about.
No,
we know a lot about it, but it's not spoken here a lot. Like the ocean animals extinction,
Cambrian extinction.
Cambrian extinction.
Okay,
So now we hit something interesting that I think can relate to more of the layman's. Because I think some people still think, right, that the idea of there was a reset with the dinosaurs extinction, right? Like people think that is also not true or not verified. I don't know, but so like, how did that happen?
But the dinosaur getting extinct, or
Dinosaurs getting extinct.
I think it was a meteorite impact hitting the ocean actually, and
Yeah.
then the gases, right?
Yeah, during our era, they found the crater proof in the Yucatan Peninsula. Before that, it was just a theory
Theory.
till they found the impact site.
I mean, what, the dinosaur could have died of some disease.
Bro, please explain the dinosaur thing, man. I don't understand.
They were happily roaming one day.
They were really
What timeline is this? Let estimate.
Can I read it for you?
Post-Cambrian.
Sure.
But the thing is that extinction process is not all extinction event causes extinction process. They have like major events and they have minor events. Some species after 10 million years just
KT extinction event. Cretaceous Paleogene extinction. 64 to 66 million years ago. This
not
the
that
one.
far, right?
This is the one we hear all the time. But before that,
A lot.
Triassic Jurassic
Yeah,
extinction.
that's one.
Before that, Permian Triassic extinction.
Cambrian.
Do we know what
Late
was
Devonian.
living in those times?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we know.
We
We
got
have
fox.
fossils from those
So
eras.
it's also dinosaurs.
No.
Small
Invertebrates, fishes.
crazy
Much smaller
creatures.
or
No, huge, man. A fish is huge.
The explosion of biology.
The explosion, Cambrian explosion is a big deal actually.
Like any sort of animal you can imagine, nature has created it.
Yeah, it is. And it looks alien, huh?
Yeah.
they look different lah.
They look far different. They look like aliens. If I bring you the Bruges shale, huh?
It's sort of like a shark now and a shark dinosaur.
No,
but-
it's not even that. It's
It's
like
even crazy.
so. The first were always invertebrates. That means
No backbone.
no backbone, creatures without backbone. And if you bring that the Bruges shale, can you just pull the picture? Bruges shale fossils. Those animals are aliens to us actually. They have like 2 tongues. They have like you have to see it actually to know
yeah,
it.
bro. I don't think I've seen these.
Brugal
man.
shells, right?
I mean, that's so crazy lah. What's crazy? I think what also fascinated me in today's age, right, are the deep sea creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Today lah, for today is very
We don't-
fascinating.
They look alien, right? So imagine.
yeah.
Imagine
Cambrian.
Bruges shale.
Do you see deep sea fishes?
Yeah.
Huh? You don't? You know how they look like?
Okay. Talking about the deep sea
This is
crazy
how they
looking
look like.
creatures.
Wait Oh, they are aliens
Aliens on Earth.
And if it's, these creatures lived on Earth.
Yeah.
And we know that because of the fossils.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and one of those survivors are the one who went on to meet the next layer of life.
Yes.
And then one of those survivors made another layer until
I have to ask, when were these fossils discovered? Let's say like estimate.
I think it was in 70s or 80s. I
Yeah.
think.
It's all in 20th century.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. When paleontology, archaeology advanced. Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying just now you wanted to say about
You
the
said
deep sea.
the deep sea animals now look like aliens, right?
Yeah.
So they would have never seen the surface. They're just there. That's
But they have
their,
eyes, you know.
their version of ice, lah.
Oh, these stuff don't have eyes.
This stuff are super weird, man. They have like many eyes, like 8 eyes. So
like insects
yeah, but do they look like insects to you?
They got as many eyes
Yeah, I mean they are amazingly different, right? See, there are some. Is it this like you don't know whether it's upside or downside? The spines guy actually hallucinogenia.
Hallucinogenia.
Yeah, see,
Do you all
these
watch
guys.
Attack on Titans?
Yeah, you see,
No.
which one is up, which one is down? They don't know.
Bro, you watch Attack on Titans or not?
I didn't watch that.
Hallucinogenia was the main character.
Oh yes, huh? I
Yeah,
didn't know.
That's his name.
Yeah. Then there's a Picaya, which is also weird. These are all not normal. These are aliens on Earth.
Yeah.
Literally, they look like aliens.
They're like insects now, but they look different.
Are they insects? No, this guy is super big. It's not small.
Yeah lah, but that's why I say they're different. This one is sort of like a leech, right?
Biology was
But this, you see,
experimenting.
they are basing this on the skeleton structure. So of course humans, I don't think dinosaur looks like a dinosaur.
T-Rex
We
could look
think-
like a bird.
Yeah, it's likely a bird because the
Like
birds share more of dinosaur richness compared
Yeah.
to reptiles actually.
And the one thing that they cannot get right is the color.
Of course.
Correct.
And the feather.
a bird. Yeah, color and
Feather, how
feather.
come feather?
I think
Feather?
they have feathers.
Yeah, they
They
are
likely
ancestors
have
of birds.
feathers.
They likely
Ancestors
have
of birds,
feather.
so they likely
Yeah.
would have feathers.
Who? T-Rex?
All the
All
dinosaurs. Our perception of dinosaurs are changing.
I mean, first of all, you don't know whether if they are reptiles, they have to be cold-blooded, and they cannot be running around that way if they're cold-blooded.
Sorry. When did this change in perception come for the dinosaurs with
In the
feathers?
last 10 years,
It's not it's not an old
It's
thing.
always
No.
changing.
it's always changing. Yeah.
So what happened? How come suddenly they think is like that there should be feathers on them?
DNA
Improvement in DNA technology.
technology,
Discovery of fossil in ambers.
which has feathers.
which has feathers.
Some of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then accepting the fact that chickens are
Actually, dinosaurs.
dinosaurs.
Or the ancestors of dinosaurs.
They turned on some gene in chick, and then it started growing claws and all that. These are experiments already done.
Yeah.
I mean, but nature is amazing, right? Because like even if you release out a pig, it becomes a wild boar and
Yeah.
it changes. Even the
Yeah.
grasshopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The grasshopper like is so beautiful, but then
Locust.
when the moment you pressure it in what is this, and then it changes to become a locust,
Locust,
and eat
yeah.
each other. Yeah,
A lot of people don't even know that
Level.
the grasshopper is a locust.
yeah. It's always been
The wild boar pig thing. Yeah, I've been telling people that they don't believe me.
No, what's it called? Yeah, there's.
You know that, Vishnu? A pig in captive, you put it in the wild, it becomes a wild boar. It just becomes that in a few months.
It's what is it called? Epigenetic. So we used to think that we have traits of if like our parents our parents make us who we are, or the parents of the pig or whatever make who they are. But the epigenetic is the concept of how environment, influences your gene to express certain protein which changes you to be different. So that's why kids who are abused by their parents, they tend to be abusers as well. It's not that they have a genetic which is like making them abuse. This also applies for psychologically.
That thing is like, people used to think that it's an addiction gene. Let's say addiction is passed down.
Yeah.
But it's more of the trauma that is passed down, which develops the habit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's called generational trauma and all these things, all right. So in your genetics also, you have those things as well. If you have this called epigenetics, which influence certain animals to change their behavior.
So in the next Jurassic Park, they have to put the feathers.
I hope so.
I think they're also more fatter, right? I don't think they're lean.
Yeah. And they shouldn't be.
It looks
exactly
funny now. Now it doesn't.
Now dinosaurs are just not dinosaurs already.
I mean, it's not the classic dinosaur look, lah.
Yeah, we have not seen a really
I
fat
think the
T-Rex.
T-Rex should be a fat one moving around. I don't think
The
it's
small
really
hand.
streamlined. Until now, we don't know what the hand is.
But
for,
they're as
right?
huge as the size is correct.
The size.
The size is well. I think the minimum size is correct.
Yeah, whatever age they find, juvenile.
So something simple for you guys. How do they determine from fossils the age, or how do you get an estimate?
Isotope ratios.
Carbon dating.
Carbon dating.
Yeah.
Carbon dating is also isotope.
Yeah.
Dumb it down more.
Okay,
Half-life.
so you know oxygen, right? So
Yeah.
oxygen is 16, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Carbon 12. I think
Okay,
easier
carbon
to
is
talk about
easier,
carbon.
right?
12,
12, 16, 14. I mean, 12, 11, 12, 13.
12, 13, 14.
12, 13, 14.
Yeah.
So the 961 ratio.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Because we have to jog our memory. So if you take...
You guys are like ChatGPT to me.
no, we are also afraid. We are also afraid we can be wrong.
No, I know, but if y'all don't know, y'all will say it. So it's cool.
Okay,
So far, I'm asking the questions that y'all think y'all know.
All elements in the universe has an isotope. So isotope is an extra proton number. So if you look at
neutron,
neutron.
Neutron.
Yeah, see. So if you look at an atom, you have your nucleus, which has your neutron and your proton. Your proton carries a positive charge, and around it there's an orbit of electrons, which makes an element. So you might have carbon. Carbon has 12 protons, 12 electrons, and
12 neutrons.
12 neutrons. So carbon 13 will have one extra neutron in it, and carbon 14 will have two extra nature.
What do you mean? So carbon 13, 14, but how does that relate to the age?
So
Yeah, good question.
yeah, so what happens is that this ratio of 961 becomes important. So you would find this 961 anywhere. Actually, I can't remember. It's decay, right?
Maybe it's the half-life decay of 14.
The half-life from 14 becoming 13, or 12 becoming.
For 12, 14 is the radioactive one.
Yes. Which
Becoming 13 and 12.
12.
Yeah.
So in every, like now if I take a sample of you, I'll find this 961 ratio of carbons.
Yes.
Okay, that means you have carbon 12, 9 ratio, and 90% lah. And 60% of, actually not, that's percentage, so wrong idea.
Well, we can water it down like these molecules have age.
Yeah, so carbon 14 is the radioactive one, or the one which can, after a certain years, like let's say like 10,000 years, it becomes carbon 13. So your ratio will change back again when you take on samples or whatnot. So with this changing of ratio, you can determine the age.
Yes.
Based on the decay of these radioactive samples.
This is the same as how people date trees, or
everything.
Yeah. Internal clock.
and you can do that. It's like living or dead. Also, you can do it that
Carbon
way.
you can use for anything.
Yes.
You can use that, but this is only one way of aging. You can use.
Let's say
lot
a
of-
steel pipe.
can.
Oh, not living also can.
No, non-living also can. I mean, how you know the age of the earth? Certain rocks are showing certain
I thought you were going to
ratios.
say how you know the steel pipe is not living.
We're talking about age, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not talking about living.
Are they living?
Which one?
A steel pipe.
No.
Yeah, but the atoms in the steel pipe, they have their molecular clock. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a molecular
That's what we
clock.
measure. Yeah.
That's what you mentioned.
Okay.
So you can know how long is it. How old is it actually?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh, I feel really weird that we cannot explain these things.
I think you were trying to water it down.
what do you mean you cannot explain?
No, I can explain, but the thing is that like I remember the ratio. See what this is like Form 6 chemistry, right? 961,
Yeah.
and then one of it will break down.
Yeah.
You see, right?
We didn't have to go there lah. It's just the age part was nice. Like.
Yeah, but I still.
Yeah, no, bro. If I'm being honest, right, even it's really quite hard. Yeah, of course, like to understand.
No, it's easy to understand, but it's very hard to explain actually.
I mean, to me, I cannot.
No,
understand.
even like the dating part, but it's a well-established process that every element has a decay.
Okay.
From that decay, you can know the age.
What-
Exactly. Yeah, that's the one.
What sort of So Malaysia had dinosaurs also.
Yes,
Do you ever look into that? Our archaeology stuff here.
but I think Malaysia has, right? It was
We would
part
like to believe we have, but maybe due to our soil condition and our rock,
It didn't fossilize.
it is not as easy to preserve our dinosaurs, or if they were some like other countries,
Yeah, China.
China, US, and all that. But we have other prehistoric animals, and post Malaysia, shout out to them, took the effort to create the stamps last year. Post Malaysia,
You say shout out to who?
post Malaysia,
Post Malaysia.
post Malaysia.
POS.
You say
Malaysia.
shout out.
Shout out to
to
post
them.
Malaysia because they
Oh, post. I thought you mean post and
No,
pre.
no. Post like
Pejabat Post Malaysia
Yeah. Okay.
took the effort to actually create stamps with our prehistoric animals and launched it and became a hit. It was the first time I saw an entity like shouting publicly about, hey, Malaysia's prehistoric animals, these are our animals, though they are not T-Rex or Brachiosaurus.
real-
But what
People-
timeline are we talking about? Prehistoric.
I think what era was it?
And what sort of animals are they?
Mastodon, elephant-like,
Mammoths?
mammoth,
No,
not mammoth. Our
Muhammad is the
our
Ice
elephant's
Age lah.
ancestor,
Ancestors lah.
maybe like a sloth or something. Or there was, I forgot the name though. Stegodon, yeah. So
These are confirmed they were here.
confirmed they were here. Even one of our member had visited the cave to find the proof of
Yep.
the tooth fossil and all that.
Yep.
And how they actually
Yeah.
actually go to the bro, it's so crazy. So I'm just thinking, right?
Underfunded lah.
We have
Oh,
it.
Right.
No ROI.
Right.
No ROI.
So you see, right? They once they get the funding, they know it's there.
Who gets the funding?
No, I'm saying archaeologists. If they,
Do they?
it's all independent
Yeah,
or okay.
Of course, I think I'm not sure which university, but there are independent groups which are
there are
doing
people
this.
who are doing this. But
you all
we,
know archaeologists in Malaysia?
We don't, but
we know
our
someone who knows.
member is closely associated
Yeah.
with these activities.
Another student of mine
Another
is a big.
Probably I
caving guy.
want to talk to one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can contact him. He's a big caving guy as well.
These are the blessings of having a podcast. Yeah, I'd be able to learn shit. So
He can link you to the group, definitely.
okay, so you see, right? Like you're saying, funding is everything, lah. To learn more about what was here before. It's sometimes it's as simple as they already know the locations
Yeah.
and the methods, what they have to do to find these. And just now you were talking about what you said, like the guy went there and they really could find the fossil.
Oh yeah. After Post Malaysia published the stamps, right?
Yeah.
So he was associated with the caving society.
Caving Society of Malaysia. I don't know.
And then
Something along those
They
lines.
took him to the actual place where he actually saw the fossil in the rocks, in the limestones. And he sent us these pictures and all that. And even for us, it was like, wow, you guys are doing this in Malaysia. Amazing.
Now
Then-
ahead of it, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not T-Rex.
What animal is it? It's just
I think it was Stegodon's tooth.
Stegodon. I need to see.
Oh,
what is a
sorry, Stegodon or Mastodon, I'm not sure. But it was a fossilized tooth.
How do I find this in
Let me check with my phone.
fossilized tooth?
Where's your phone? Oh, yes, sorry, man.
Malaysia.
Fossilized tooth.
Mammoth. It says mammoth. No. To measure spine discoveries of dinosaur teeth. Is it a dinosaur teeth?
Prehistoric animal.
Okay, Stegodon. Yeah.
Stegodon, right? In Gopeng Cave. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, there's actually podcasts talking about this. I don't know where you're seen. I've
okay.
heard.
It's like
Stegodon. Yeah.
an elephant with a big task, actually.
Yeah. So this is something very
They lost
exciting.
effort, yeah?
Maybe if the creature looked more alien than this, then got more funding coming.
It's not that also. I mean, like, you need to... I mean, you have to see, like, Japan, they have their own dinosaurs, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but to get back to that, so the dude went to the cave. How come you can just find these things that were how long ago
He
was this?
went last
No, sorry, I mean
month,
this Stegodon.
a month ago.
The fossil is how long ago?
millions of years.
Yeah.
So,
How come the thing is just
There.
yeah?
Yeah, because the place is preserved, I think, under the society, so we can't do any other activity of.
Without them,
Ah.
which is good.
Which is good,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is good.
So it's a standard place where they do their research.
Yeah.
They have their markings. They have
But-
their.
The fossil is not like in the ground somewhere like hundreds of meters away to find it. It's just
Yeah, sometimes when the fossil is up, that's when we know, hey, it looks like a marine fossil. That means this place was submerged by ocean back then. We relate in that way.
it's just like a cave has been there for hundreds and
No,
thousands.
caves were formed
Form.
Yeah.
because of
under
the
the ocean
tectonic
back then.
plate. Yeah.
The
Oh, the
oceans were
tectonic
formed.
plate just push in it. That's about
Correct.
it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the most recent discovery in Malaysia.
Is it
This was
recent?
the most topic.
Famous
It's not
one
a
lah.
recent discovery though.
It's not recent.
It's a recent hype.
Hype.
How come recent hype?
Because when the stamps came out, I think everybody started realizing, oh, Malaysia, Jurassic Park movie was coming out at the same time.
This is a new one.
I think at that
Mm,
time, yeah. So there was a renewed interest. That's the word. Renewed interest. And
Okay.
that's when I realized, oh, their society is going for such expedition.
It's a 2020 discovery.
Mm.
Yeah, ancient elephant in Gopeng Cave. Our discovery of like fossils all in Malaysia is very limited.
Very limited.
Yeah, limited funding. It's all about funding.
So is this the only one we have? No.
Just
I
limited
assume we have a lot more actually.
among similar species though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But plant-based fossils,
That one we have also.
we have a lot, and then I don't know, shell, mollusk.
What
we
what
have
do
a lot.
you all ever look into the what do you call that Remember they cloned the wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
What,
die, right?
what is the name of the
Still there,
company? What's the name of the company? If you
They cloned the wolf out of sheep.
The
a wolf?
Game of Thrones.
The dire wolf.
Dire wolf,
No,
dire wolf.
they didn't do that. They planned to do that. It didn't happen.
No.
They
Bro,
did that?
There's
Can
a
you-
video of the wolves running around, bro.
Oh, okay. The pups were real, but were they really dire wolf?
I think they were more wolf.
They were more wolf.
Yeah.
That was marketed as
Dire wolf.
dire
lah.
wolf. Yes.
Yeah. So
Colossal. The company is
Colossal
called
by-
Colossal.
yeah, but I
Colossal
don't think it's dire
technology.
wolf. I think it's wolf. The gene didn't express lah
Uh,
to make them super big.
yeah. Mini versions of.
Not true cloning.
Yeah,
There you go.
Genetic engineering.
Yeah.
Correct.
So what's the difference for someone like me? Like, it's not exact. They're not actually replicating the exact same.
No, that means these baby pups, if I hope I'm not mistaken here, carry some genes and traits of the dire wolf.
Which wasn't expressed.
And then what came out is actually
The wolf
a
again.
wolf.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna turn into the actual dire gigantic wolf.
It's a wolf that possesses some of the.
Maybe.
But you cannot see it actually. So would you say it's a dire wolf?
What do you mean you cannot see it?
You
Like,
cannot see the trait of the dire wolf in the wolf, which has the genetic of some.
of the gene inside.
Yeah, but so would you call it a dire wolf?
No.
Yeah, there you go.
They said these
So why
are,
was it so hyped up?
Well, we can
Yeah.
hype a lot of things.
their target next is mammoth, I think.
Also, it's very difficult.
No,
to do.
that's why. So the mammoth thing. So if they follow the same process, colossal, it's gonna come out like a.
Elephant?
A very hairy elephant.
Maybe not also.
With and probably the same size as a normal one
Maybe the
today.
same size as a normal elephant, but extremely hairy.
You see, I think the problem is how far your genetic is, right? Although you think that it's in the same family, but how much you have drifted apart again, right?
Yeah.
People are anticipating or expecting the Ice Age sort of mammoths.
Think mammoth, everybody expecting.
Because mammoth, you have a full-blown genome, right?
Mammoth
think-
is
yeah.
safe.
Safe bet lah, but I don't think.
But they did try creating a woolly mouse.
Did it work out?
Yeah, the mouse came out, hairy, orange color hair, beautiful.
Really?
What is a woolly mouse? Is a extinct
No,
species also.
a mouse that has
This is genetic engineering, right?
genetic engineering.
Okay,
yeah.
lah. So not a
Woolly
clone.
mouse.
Oh my god!
So now is it?
There you
is-
go.
So if you
Colossal did it also, sir.
okay, if you genetically engineer
Yeah.
to make it a mammoth, would you call it a mammoth? I don't think it's a mammoth. I think it's a new species already. It looks like a mammoth. Yeah.
It's not an actual clone.
It's not a clone.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not a
it's
mammoth.
a gene-edited animal.
Yeah, it's a new animal.
Yeah.
And the actual product is much less interesting to most people, to yourself as well.
Well, of course. I mean, it's a new animal, right? You never seen it on Earth. It'll be interesting. Right?
you said it, but it looks exactly the same.
It looks the same, but it's not it, right?
I'm looking forward for the woolly mammoth.
The woolly mammoth one again.
But why?
Yeah. Even if it's a woolly
I mean,
elephant.
it's amazing, man. Come on.
But why?
You get a feel of the ice age, right? Even though it's fake.
Yeah. A small remnant of the past.
But it looks exactly the same.
Small remnant
but-
of the past.
Yes,
Yeah.
small
A
remnant
window
of
to the past.
Oh, a genetic window to the past,
Yeah.
right? Or genetically engineered window to
A
the
genetic
past.
window lah.
Yeah,
But that's
genetic
about
window.
it. Not the physically,
Yeah.
not appearance wise or what.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the more it's more interesting the more obsessed you are about it. Right?
And who funds it actually? I mean, if you can really make those wolves to look like dire wolf, you would get a lot of people coming because of Game of Thrones and everything. I would see it.
It's the money that will come into
course.
that. It's
Exactly.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they can't do that yet lah.
They can't.
But how about cloning? Can we clone things?
We can clone things,
We can clone.
but we can't clone humans.
Ethically not allowed. Yes.
Not allowed. But I'm sure some countries are
Doing it
doing
secretly.
it. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Because so can we successfully clone animals
Can
and they turn out fine?
they have a short lifespan, right?
Short lifespans. The bigger ones have shorter lifespans.
big-
Behavior
ones.
same.
Animal behavior. I mean, cows moo, the other cows don't moo. So it's
But
like
many has been cloned. Yeah.
Traumas all, can you clone it also?
actually we've been cloning.
Well,
we've been-
when we say the bigger ones have shorter lifespan, we are referring to the beginning, Dolly. But now, maybe they are better. Maybe they are having a long life.
but it's
No,
a-
Dolly is so long ago.
But it's
Yeah.
important technology because I think if you kill all the animals, they go extinct. You need to clone them, right? They should do it, panda.
Last time people thought cloning. I mean, I guess it's a long time ago. People thought like cloning was important, like clone people like for an army. But then now it's like all. I mean, after nuclear, everything changes. So.
Yeah, you don't need that much of.
Cloning was sort of like to
Fantasy.
multiply your army,
Mm.
you know, that sort of thing.
What would be more interesting is doing our deep sea animal research more deeper. Why? Because that is like a window that reflects what kind of animal
Alien
that
world lah.
exists in Europa. Jupiter's moon, which is called Europa, it has a subsurface ocean. It's also a deep ocean, deep under a 20-kilometer thick ice. Never seen the sunlight before. Possibly life could have evolved there. But how would the life look like? So
Because
we
we don't have the research for our own deep.
We
use
have
Earth as an analog
analog.
to the moons of Jupiter.
But my problem with that one is that if you look at the squids, the fishes, the one which has the horn and everything, all they have eyes, but they're not using it. It cannot trap. It's not sensitive to light, but they have the eyes,
They
right?
have,
So the question is, maybe they are animals which were already existing like on surface who went down.
maybe.
Why would the mammals from land decide to go back to the sea and become
Yeah.
whales, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like. But
So
then they
they're carrying
retain,
the
they
traits.
retain certain features, right?
Yeah.
So that's what those fish are there for, actually.
Exactly.
Unless we discover something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A completely blind one.
Completely blind.
Yeah.
I mean, no eye feature.
No eye feature, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have like a research for our deep sea marine life?
Malaysia.
Yeah.
No.
It doesn't even exist.
I wouldn't know. Marine background.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Deep
so,
sea.
So it'll be. I mean, we see all these deep sea fishes. There's so many fucking videos, documentaries all about that. These are definitely not Malaysian oceans.
I mean, not deep enough, lah. Atlantic and the Pacific, right? Which side is, except for the Indian Ocean, maybe, but no one wants to go to the Indian Ocean.
Yeah, and there's
So
so much of the ocean.
this is fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
But I don't know how it's going to turn out. It's going to be so disjointed, I think.
I'll ask you a fun question now, first, okay? If you all had something to ask Elon Musk, what would you ask about his program, space program? If you had something to ask, or do you have you both answer. You ask first. You answer first. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Funders.
Yeah, like for example, how I'd like to know his plan on the human colony on the location he has selected on Mars.
What was it called again? This project? This
Human-
phase.
This okay. The right now phase they are facing is refueling stage in orbit. But I think they can.
Sorry, I was mixing that with the moon plan. Sorry, I was mixing that up.
Well, I think that they will figure a way to do that definitely. So
The
I'm more
refueling?
concerned about the refueling part.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's raised now, but it's an old story. So I'd be more concerned on. Okay, he was talking about bringing 10,000 humans in a batch.
10,000
Then,
to
I mean,
rebuild.
slowly. First send the Tesla robots. Yeah, build, set up first. Then humans sent there.
Robots to build.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
the
did
purpose
you
of the
see
robots.
the Chinese robots which can dance quite well?
There's a lot of those videos.
I mean, I think now with that robots, I'm
Yeah.
convinced lah. Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, so there's no, okay, then you don't have to think about loss in life or damage to life.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
first one.
So first rockets, then the Tesla robots, then the vehicles, then the colony, the closed loop colony, maybe
Yeah.
like in the glass dome or what.
Glass dome.
I'm more interested to find out how he's going to do that. Yeah, you got to secure humans in that shell. Yeah, if we are out without any protection on Mars, instantly we are dead.
I want to know the materials actually they will
Yeah.
use to protect from radiation.
Exactly, radiation
Yeah.
protection material, pressure protection. How you gonna, like the movie the Martian? Yeah, how you gonna build, make your own, grow your own plants and food on Mars?
I think that one is easier.
Yeah,
I think the problem is the material to protect you actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
None of he has not elaborated on that part yet.
Not
I don't think he's the only person who can do this, one person to engineer, because he is probably the first person who suggests this. I think there'll be future, a lot of people will be thinking about this as well.
Mars has a global dust storm. How to protect ourselves from the dust itself is a big safety issue.
Use dune technology.
You mean the dust entering the colony?
Entering the spacesuit, even
Spacesuit.
when you're out,
Even when you're
yeah,
out.
Oh yeah, entering the
it's very fine dust, and
and obvious and
It can choke you, right?
do you have any idea what one particle of dust do if it enters your spacesuit?
What
it
happens?
messes up with
Messes up with your ventilation system lah.
your technology of the suit. What if it messes up with the pressure? You explode immediately on site.
On site.
Yeah,
So that not a single particle can.
it cannot be ignored.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So the material you use is very important lah, even to cover in the dome also, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, yourself, you have a.
I think he is way more fascinated by this. I'm just like, I like to do my astrobiology stuff and everything. To him, question, I don't know. No question, man.
So, I love his scientific thinking method, which actually helped me into understanding the astrobiology field itself, because I was coming with an imagination, oh, this is how it was. And then reality being shown by my supervisor, no, this is the scientific thinking process. So I'm hearing from an actual scientist back then. That helped a lot into structuring our research. And also, because astrobiology is new, doctor also suggested to me like, okay, we should bring it to the public, share. So as students, what we do, we created like a unit, small body called Galactic Cradle. So we actually share astrobiology knowledge to young children in Malaysia.
And adults too.
And adults, yeah. And we had our first public meeting yesterday. So it is to actually fill up the gap. When I was young, looking for a science teacher, supporter, which wasn't there,
A resource.
resource,
Life resource.
why don't we become the resource? So our team is also doing that.
But I don't think I'm a very good teacher, and so I outsource it to him.
Why?
I get the support. I do the part, and that's my task. But the whole plan comes from Dr. Kuhan.
No, I don't plan the galactic cradle thing.
He's
and
being
nothing.
humble.
So, no, I mean like, I like thinking about stuff. I like doing experiments and thinking about stuff. Maybe writing much more better than talking. But the art of presentation and making someone understand things is not easy actually. So he is far more superior.
I think it's you're a good talker, that's for sure. It's and I don't think it's the explaining and dumbing things down. I think it's just something you just work on and you'll be good at it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
But
bro, it's hard to get smart. To dumb it down, it just takes an
even
effort.
harder.
It's harder if you've never done it, lah. But if
Yeah.
you try to, it's easy, lah.
But
And I think that's important if you wanna. It's definitely important in reaching more people, getting more
Yeah,
people
yeah, yeah.
interested.
Yeah.
Because you have to start. Not everyone is like little Nirmell,
Yeah.
and you give them such a huge task and they still
that's
stay
an
obsessed.
amazing origin story, right?
Sounds sort of fake. Do you guys like write it before coming here?
No.
Yeah.
I don't have a origin story.
Yeah, go tell Elon this origin story. He'll hire you. Yeah, it's
Immediately.
crazy stuff. Yeah, bro, I didn't ask much about your team now. How big is your team?
We have our first student graduated and he'll be doing his first job in the US. So next week. And are you the first student?
We've entered at the same time. He's the first to graduate.
He's the first to graduate. So and he entered, and then there's two master student and two PhD student. So they are all doing research in the field which I asked them to do. So yeah, that's how big. And then we have the galactic cradle is basically the science. How is the word? The science
Engagement arm.
No, there's another word. Science communication arm
communication, yeah.
of what we are doing and everything, which I think is important.
Yeah.
Can say that as well.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about short-term goals for your team. Yeah. Let's say 5 to 10 years.
First of them, all of them should get. They should get serious scientific jobs. That's the first one. The second goal is basically to make our hypothesis and more valid actually. Have more validity in what we are doing actually. So it's more experiments.
How does that come about?
So we have we have an hypothesis, we have an idea. So what we do normally is we write down the idea when we publish it, because we don't want someone to steal our idea, because that happens.
That happens.
That happens all the time. Any field, so not only mine actually. So once you publish it, and then we start to do experiments in relation to this to see whether it works or not actually. And then a lot of the students, they do all these experiments and then we publish it again. So because our work is like popular science, we get featured in a lot of magazines and newspapers and interviews, which is kind of fun actually. So yeah.
But when you guys actually go and do all these interviews and all, right, it's all the easy stuff, right?
No, it's not.
No, I'm saying like the questions or whatever.
No, not easy. I mean, they're not easy. People are like you. They ask like why should we care about this?
I thought this is the easy stuff. Like I'm talking.
Is not easy.
It's not easy.
Easy?
Yeah.
He make us think a lot.
Yeah.
You make us like just now the isotope ratio thing. I have to like dip really back actually to pick it up actually.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
So this is hard.
Okay, good. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah. Can I just ask what did you do at NASA, bro? How come you went there?
I didn't work there. I went and just visited them.
Oh,
and
just
that's about
visited
it,
the site,
Yeah.
Yeah. And how come you know some people there?
They're my colleagues. Remember I told you he forgot my halfway origin story actually. Stop at ELSI.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You met them when studying in Europe like that?
No, not Europe, in Japan. So as I said, Abe, after my PhD in Yokohama, Abe decided to open several institutes. One of the institutes, Origins of Life. So that institute is called World Premier Institutes, where they are heavily funded. I think they have like 12 million a year or something like that. So they hired a bunch of scientists, including me. I'm the younger ones, and every expert around the world all came there. So that is when I made a lot of friends and colleagues from NASA, European Space Agency, name it, Howard, everywhere, all of them were there. So the official language of the institute is English. So, and everyone reports to the director. So there was no hierarchy or level or anything like that.
Oh, that's great.
So this is all the friends which I made. We discussed, we have a lot of conference, a lot of talks.
When there's no hierarchy, right, that's how you know you're all serious about learning stuff.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the truth,
So
right?
I spent 3.5 years there. So, and that's what gave me like everything. And of course, when you move to Europe, you meet the European side of things, European Space Agency, DLR, German Aerospace Agency, and all the people associated. So yeah.
Can you tell me, in Malaysia, right, in terms of your field, right, what existed before this? Astrobiology. I know there wasn't a program or anything, but what of it existed before that?
I think astrophysics is more popular in Malaysia. We have radio astronomy is quite big as well.
Okay.
So we have these things going on. It's just that they're not popular anymore.
Yeah.
And even us also.
Because biology is straight up linked to, and then it makes people, but that's a good thing, even though it doesn't fascinate you all a lot. It's a good way to draw people in. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, we attract the right students. I hope to say that. I hope I don't get it wrong actually. We attract the right student, people with the right frame of mind. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you hope is our like government can work on next 5 years in your field?
Government, I think they
straight up just give me more money. Is it?
I mean, frontier science. It's time to invest in frontier science and fundamental science actually. This is where we are at actually. You cannot be investing totally on only applied science and thinking that, because we are just copy and pasting other countries are doing. We want the fundamental. We used to have a very good fundamental science funding a long time ago.
When you say frontier science, you mean forefront, like just being at the forefront of?
Frontier science the science we are doing, astrobiology is a frontier science. You're doing something for the future which you don't know may or may not exist.
Okay.
So astrophysics also is that also actually. I mean, why would you study the stars or other planets and all these things? So it's not you're going to go there, right?
Yeah.
So these are all frontier science. This is where you are showing that your country has the capacity and the brain capability to do stuff beyond what is normal.
Yeah.
And because of that, you can produce more stuff. So yeah.
Okay.
Wow, did I sound angry there?
Passionate.
Yeah. Okay. Nirmell, I think this is the last one I ask you. What are you looking forward to most next 5 years?
Thanks for the question. I am not looking forward to a astrobiology job. I am very passionate in developing the education segment in
Local.
Malaysia. To be the person that fills up the gap for young children here, teens, adults included, when it comes to astronomy and astrobiology learning. So uniquely, it's about infusing astrobiology in the scientific learning process, because astrobiology itself is multidisciplinary. By learning astrobiology, the learner gets to be exposed to multiple aspects of education segments. So after completing PhD, my dream is this 5 years dream is to establish and strengthen a galactic cradle platform to become bigger and even international. Yeah.
I expected you to say something like,
So what I said?
no, discover some
No lah.
life or what? Because bro, this sort of, I mean, for me is obviously the layman thinks that way, right? But for you guys, it's such a sort of like a very selfish thing to think of, right?
What is selfish?
Like in the next 5 years, like hope please we discover some micro life. Or
I think
Research continues.
research
continues, but it's a long process, and the worst part is you don't know if it's in your lifetime.
Yeah,
but
likely
you are,
not lah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but trust in the process of it's been done before, paving the way, and if it weren't for the people before you guys,
We won't be here.
Excellent, yeah.
and not only won't be here, y'all wouldn't be trying to pave the next way lah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. I would like to say like, oh shit man, I hope, let's say like if I have you guys on maybe a year plus, wow, we found something crazy or what. That's not how it works.
If we found that, we won't be here. but
You're hanging with Elon already, bro.
No, not really. I mean, I think there is always you want to give back to the people where you come from actually.
Yeah.
So we will definitely be around here because Malaysia, we are blessed with, for some reason, because we are multiracial, multicultural, not.
I didn't ask you this simple question also. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Funding is something that is hugely important for your field. I don't think you could say it's sufficient at the moment. Why is it important for Malaysians and the Malaysian government to pay attention to astrobiology research?
I think it's not only astrobiology research per se. I would say that fundamental research itself need to be funded not only by the Malaysian government. We shouldn't give the burden to them per se. There are a lot of private funders, private companies out there. This happens outside more often than not. I know my former boss was funded by a millionaire to buy for him a diamond, to make a diamond anvil to create high pressure environments for his geophysics experiments. So Malaysia, we don't have that kind of mentality. Even the Southeast Asia to general, it's always ROI.
Because all the rich people are Chinese. They're stingy. I'm kidding lah, bro.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you think a Chinese guy is gonna okay, no mind.
So anyway, the question is that why Malaysia should invest in fundamental science, including astrobiology, is because you will create a bunch of people who will come up with their own stuff, own technology, own method to do, which can later translate to become applied sciences, which can be useful. Korea is doing that right now. Japan used to do that as well. So this is how you build to become a first world country. There's no other way. There is no other way by just bringing in experts and trying to make AI better here now. For example, since the buzzword, you're not going to create something new. AI took almost 40 to 50 years of. They had a lot of AI winter, which nothing happened, and then AI summers. So now you're facing an AI summer, and it took many years of investment of private investors. So likewise, even the stuff we are doing, we are creating gels which we think can be very protective in space and everything. We don't have a market here at all. So what are you going to do? We're just going to publish it and someone will pick it up and modify it a bit, patent it, and then it'll be theirs. So it's going to happen.
Yeah, and you want that. It's great for the country to have that reputation.
Yes, because the country is uncharacteristically blessed with a lot of amazing young minds. Some of the young students which she have educated like for these programs, and I have done public programs with younger students, their questioning and the way of thinking is amazing actually. And I think that's because we are multicultural and we are exposed to a lot of different things. Your brain develops differently with different languages at the same time. So we have a lot of smart people and we have to, capitalize on that.
Okay, great lah, bro. Do you happen to know Space Dollar?
Yeah.
Syed Sadiq's brother?
Yeah. Met him during the Putrajaya space event. He's the TikToker who speaks about space. Very famous.
It's very... of course, it's not as in-depth as you guys or as trained or well-versed, right? I even texted him yesterday. I said, like, you all know about you guys have we have an astrobiology institution, right? It's not an institution, right? It's a program.
Just a program, yeah.
Yeah, under the Climate Change Institution,
Yes.
right? Yeah, it's a program under in UKM lah. He didn't know about it lah. Yeah, but he's someone that will be interested in all this shit because when you see his talks or whatever, right? Big audience are kids,
Yeah, huge.
They love it, bro. The kids love it. And he's talking about just simple stuff lah, how many planets, how far away, how tiny we are, simple stuff like that. Yeah. So there is an appetite for the kids over here,
that's
the
good.
minds here. Yeah. You got anything to add in why you think is important for astrobiology?
Yeah, of course. Kids in Malaysia are extremely hungry. I mean, speaking with parents, right? They always shared that my child likes to learn astronomy or astrophysics or astrobio, but I don't know where to send my child, where to get the material. They can provide books or ask the child to watch something. But what happens to the child after going through all that? They start bouncing the ideas with the parents. Maybe some parents, they can handle that. But most would say that I do not know how to answer my child. So this is how, and then when they bring to me, they'll be like, could you guide him? So for us, our engagement is not short. It goes on to 6 months to 1 year.
Stuff.
We really take the child now means, in fact, today is the first class at 8 o'clock. And then we go on for a year, until the end of the year. So we really make sure we mold the child into scientific thinking, scientific presentation. Not the cartoon stuff. It's real science. And we guide them how, as a young child, they can maneuver around it. So that's what we do here.
I think I would just want to add one thing actually. We are not teaching I'm not teaching subject matter. I tell my students that astrobiology, the science you're doing, is just the means to get to the end. The end goal is actually how you think about stuff. So astrobiology being multidisciplinary, geology, planetary science, philosophy, chemistry, biology, forces you into this kind of thinking.
Yes.
So this is where the crux of the matter is actually.
And they love that. Kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think something you mentioned just now, frontier. Yeah, frontier science. That's what we should be doing. Don't just think ahead, think many steps ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we shouldn't be doing only that. But there have to be some allocation for this all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, we wrap now?
Okay.
Yeah, that was great, man. I don't know how long, 3 hours is it, bro?
Really?
Right.
3 hours.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So we're done, huh? Can we move this one away?
Chill first. I just wrapped.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Alright, guys, that's it for today's episode. It's been a long time. Whoever stayed till now, you guys in some sort of way actually love this shit lah. Yeah. I hope to see you guys on more podcasts. Yeah, it'd be cool to see more of this stuff in Malaysia. Thank you, Kuhan. Thank you, Nirmell, coming to the podcast. I would love to have you guys on the next time. And yeah, guys, do me a favor, hit the like button, leave a comment, suggestions who you want to see in future podcast episode, what you thought about today's podcast episode, and we'll see you in the next episode. Give it up for Nirmell and Kuhan.
Thank you.
Missing my homies, I'm missing my oldies, my brothers, my cronies. We all went to court, but before only course that we knew were the ones where we were shooting threes, selling Kobe. To a legend, rest in peace to the old me, rest in peace to my brothers, rest in peace to my whole team. The oldest, I'm missing my shawty.